Every post is a signal. Give it fuel. DEX, the social value layer.
Keeps flowing and hunters tools they be showing. The AI guild keeps them in clips that be glowing. Consistent on the daily, they bring Bitcoin news. Ethereum, Solana, and Stacks, another L2. Showcasing new projects and giving you clues. Just do your own research and don't give us abuse. When the people are informed, peace brings on the chat. Spotlighting guests and filling up your bag. The flag doesn't matter as long as you grab. Take the gold mic and let us know where you stack. From the underworld, the game has arrived. Bringing the game to satisfy the hype. Hunters come running, it keeps them alive. Scouring the planet for the treasures inside. Stacks improvement takes a sip, innovate in the chain. Letting the community know is the name of the game. Spreading awareness and helping explain why Stacks is where it's at. We are pumping the name. Keeps flowing and hunters tools they be showing. The AI guild keeps them in clips that be glowing. Consistent on the daily, they bring Bitcoin news. Ethereum, Solana, and Stacks, another L2. Showcasing new projects and giving you clues. Just do your own research and don't give us abuse. When the people are informed, peace brings on the chat. Spotlighting guests and filling up your bag. The flag doesn't matter as long as you grab. Take the gold mic and let us know where you stack. From the underworld, the game has arrived. Bringing the game to satisfy the hype. Hunters come running, it keeps them alive. Scouring the planet for the treasures inside. Stacks improvement takes a sip, innovate in the chain. Letting the community know is the name of the game. Spreading awareness and helping explain why Stacks is where it's at. We are pumping the name. Stacks is where it's at. them in clips that be glowing. Consistent on the daily, they bring Bitcoin news. Ethereum, Solana, and Stacks, another L2. Showcasing new projects and giving you clues. Just do your own research and don't give us abuse. When the people are informed, peace brings on the chat. Spotlighting guests and filling up your bag. The flag doesn't matter as long as you grab. Take the gold mic and let us know where you stack. From the underworld, the game has arrived. Bringing the game to satisfy the hype. Hunters come running, it keeps them alive. Scouring the planet for the treasures inside. Stacks improvement takes a sip. Innovate in the chain. Letting the community know is the name of the game. Spreading awareness and helping explain why Stacks is where it's at. We are pumping the name. Stacks is where it's at. Fast transactions are flat. The leading L2 is making maxes look bad. Stacks is where it's at. Fast transactions are flat. The leading L2 is making maxes look bad.
Let's go.
DeOrganized media keeps the mind share. Growing in the morning with peace and GP. Keep you knowing the alpha keeps flowing. The hunters tools they be showing. The AI Gale keeps them in clips that be glowing. Consistent on the daily, they bring Bitcoin news. Ethereum, Solana, and Stacks, and other L2s. Showcasing new projects and giving you clues. Just do your own research and don't give us abuse.
Good morning, my friends. It's your old pal, Peace, Love, Music, with another episode of the Let's Go Good Morning Show, brought to you live by DeOrganized Media in partnership with our amazing friends over at Bitcoin Live, decentralized broadcasting. Shout out Bitflow. It's Friday, the 20th of February. I can't believe it's almost at the end of February. It's like time just is literally going faster and faster. Or we just have too much to do. Maybe we're too busy and our attention is occupied, so we don't have enough time to be bored and sit with our thoughts, and that could be the issue. Who knows, right? But we're here. It's Friday, another day to crush it, and we're here for it again. We're right back at it every day. Great beard. My wife does not like the extent of my beard anymore, and I don't want to cut it down. I actually kind of like being able to play with it. Takes a while to get here. I'm probably gonna Monday I might have less beard because I was told, and so that's what happens. And maybe she's right. Usually, when the woman in your life gives you advice on your beard, take it. Beard advice, not all advice. You know, it is Friday. We've had a long week. We've been very busy. There's so much cool stuff happening in the ecosystem. We have a couple of great guests this morning. Plus, it is SIP Show Friday. Looking forward to that conversation later at 10:30. Find2Earn rounds at 9:45 with the Zenitron. Stuff going all day here on DeOrganized Media. There is a new website, by the way. If you go over to DeOrganized.com, very beta. We're not ready. We're not fully there yet, right? It's just the first iteration of the new pathway forward. Not completely dissimilar to the old pathway forward either, by the way. But huge shout out to Nosferatu for what he's been building out there. Guys, it is a simple Stacks wallet connection. Head over to DeOrganized.com. Set up your account. You do not have to upgrade to the creator platform. There's just a few more tools there for creators. That is going to expand in capacity. There's going to be more stuff for users, more stuff for creators, and more stuff beyond that. But what we first need is to just get people to sign up, poke around, find all the bugs, in what's already there. Give us feedback to what you would like to see. If there's something in a creator platform that you would use as a creator, or you would like to see as an audience member that follows communities and groups and projects, and what we might be able to accommodate for communities on Stacks and other Bitcoin and crypto related platforms on DeOrganized, let us know. Friendly reminder, this is a news show. We are providing news and information, some education, hopefully some entertainment, but never financial advice. Always do your own research. Never invest money you cannot afford to lose. That being said, now we're down there. I don't like that. I'm going to fix that. This is too small. Man, I have heard that before. Although, it wasn't really my issue. Bitcoin coming in at 66,596. Ethereum pretty much the same at 1929. Trying to scroll from inside. That's how good the image is now using OBS. Let's see what Stacks is doing. Obviously taxing my RAM on a regular basis now. Stacks is, oh my God, under 25 cents. I hope it stays there for a little bit until I'm done with the show. Because I might. Under 25 cents. More than 4 STX per dollar. Hard to pass. Top 3 gainers for the last 24 hours. Wait a minute, that's not right. I hit the wrong one. Our Kite token. It's been in there a couple times recently. I'm not familiar with what it is. Morpho making some more moves. That's interesting. Decred. Shout out to our Decred friends from Bitcoin Live. Layer 0 render. AVAX making a move back. Still under $9. That's crazy too. Wow. Let's take a look at Tonero. Tonero is the place to go if you're looking to do research on Stacks and other Bitcoin L2 tokens. We love the Stacks ecosystem here, and a huge shout out to Rubes. Lots of green in the Stacks ecosystem today. Who's our top gainer? Welsh with a big 6.4% move up. 3% on Leo. Dogs down. I'm surprised. I would have thought that with all of the community and all of the engagement around Dog, that the price would have stabilized and turned back. Well, the market is where it is, right? We'll see what happens. But I'm not selling my Dog either. So that's the numbers. Let's take a look at the news. SEC chair discloses what's next for crypto regulation at ETH Denver. Sometimes, by the way, I'm as informed by these news reports live as you are. I skim through the articles while I'm picking them. I don't always get all the details. So we'll learn a little bit about this together. Fresh messaging from the SEC chair reinforces a direction markets have felt building for months. Clearer compliance expectations. My eyes are getting worse. Clearer compliance expectations paired with continued enforcement pressure. The tone suggests structure over chaos, but not leniency. Disclosures, custody frameworks, reporting standards, and market integrity remain central. Even when headlines don't contain sweeping reforms, the subtext is consistent projects interacting with capital markets must operate with audit-ready discipline. That makes a lot of sense. For builders, this isn't a cue to retreat. It's a cue to design for durability. Transparent tokenomics, real governance processes, clean documentation, and operational clarity are competitive advantages in a tightening regulatory cycle. Let me say that again. Transparent tokenomics or token mechanics. Tokenomics. Real governance processes, clean documentation and operational clarity are competitive advantages in a tightening regulatory cycle. If you're building and you're going to have a token or a governance process, you need to have transparent tokenomics, a real governance process, documented and with clarity in how it's going to operate in order to succeed. Don't worry about the competitive advantage piece. You cannot exist without those things if that's where you are in the space. The time for fly-by-night pump tokens and hype projects is waning. And this is good, actually, for the real projects that are building real stuff. The reason we haven't had an alt season is because we did have an alt season. There was an influx of capital into the markets, but it got gobbled up by people looking to get rich quick on vaporware, essentially, and that's where it went. We'll do better. Wall Street's Bitcoin exit door, how institutional depth allowed LTH to distribute record supply. A growing narrative suggests Wall Street treats Bitcoin exposure as inventory rather than ideology. No kidding. Rotating in when macro conditions are favorable and rotating out quickly when risk appetite fades. That is what Wall Street will do. Well, that framing matters because it changes how the market behaves. Institutional participation increases legitimacy, but it also increases sensitivity to macro shifts. I don't know if it increases that sensitivity because that sensitivity was already existing anyway. But when sentiment is extreme, fear, liquidity thins, and positioning changes can produce amplified volatility. That's always been the case for crypto. The same mechanism works both ways. If macro tailwinds return, capital can rotate back in just as quickly. Again, not something new. Bitcoin's long-term thesis may be intact, but near-term price action increasingly reflects macro reflexes and allocator positioning. That's allocator positioning, not alligator positioning. Metaplanet CEO rejects claims it hid details of Bitcoin trades. Metaplanet CEO is pushing back against claims that the company misled investors regarding Bitcoin disclosures. Regardless of how that dispute resolves, the broader takeaway is clear. Public company Bitcoin strategies are now evaluated through a transparency lens, as they should be. Accumulation alone is no longer enough, and it never should have been. Markets expect clarity on timing, sizing, custody, accounting, treatment, and communication consistency. In a more disciplined regulatory environment, vague or hype-adjacent messaging becomes headline risk, and headline risk translates to volatility. Corporate BTC strategies are maturing, and the standards surrounding them are rising accordingly. Silicon Valley engineers charged with theft of Google tech trade secrets. And this article was circling the other day, but I think there's a little bit more info here. Charges involving alleged theft of Google trade secrets serve as a broader warning across the technology landscape as AI systems, infrastructure tooling, and proprietary data pipelines become strategic assets. Enforcement intensifies for crypto native builders integrating AI into wallet agents, prediction systems, and analytics platforms. The lesson is practical. Innovation must be defensible. Provenance, licensing, clarity, and operational hygiene are no longer optional. They're prerequisites for institutional integration and long-term survivability. The next cycle will reward systems that are both powerful and legally durable. I hope so. Legally durable and maybe also, safe for humanity and focused on the truth and justice and not political agenda driven. That'd be good. Disclosure odds double after Trump calls to release alien and UAP files. Now, you may be asking, what the hell does this have to do with crypto? And it really doesn't, except I found this on the Bitcoin.com news section today, and it has me curious why this would even be here. A spike in disclosure-related odds tied to, well, it's because it's a poly market, tied to political calls around UAP files underscores a structural shift in modern markets. Attention itself is tradable. Prediction platforms, mimetic assets, and real-time information loops allow cultural and political catalysts to become liquidity events rapidly. Markets increasingly price momentum and participation as much as fundamentals. For builders, this matters because on-chain systems are becoming rails for signal, forecasting sentiment, native velocity. In that environment, understanding reflexivity is part of understanding market structure. It's also a way to distract from things they don't want you to be talking about. There is a new market live on StacksMarket. Will BTC close between 67,400 and 68,200 at 1445 UTC? And the no's are heavily leading. So let me show you guys actually how this works real quick. If I wanted to, I think I'm logged in here. Yeah, I'm logged in. So I'm going to, yeah, screw it. We'll do, we'll take the yes on this, even though I don't actually think, I don't think it will. But we'll take the yes on this. And so what you guys see here is there's a fee. So I'm putting 10 STX. This is what my bet is. This is what I'll win if I'm right. If I lose my 10 STX. So you are betting here. Okay. You have a risk of loss. I don't want you guys to misunderstand that. You can lose your STX. So this is the same thing we always say. Never invest, never gamble, never bet with money you cannot afford to lose. It's all actually the same. Gambling, betting, investing, when you have risk of loss, it's all the same thing. It's just different levels of loss or risk management, risk tolerance. I'm betting 10 STX to possibly win 23 STX. You guys can't see my wallet, but there's a transaction here. Yes, approving. My trade has placed it. Now I have shifted the market. Although, wait a minute. I think I got worse odds now. Let me bet another 10. Shifted the odds away from me. That doesn't even make sense. Someone else must have taken the no while I was talking. That's what it was. See what that does. Or maybe their mechanics are wrong. Yeah, that should have gone down before. So yeah, saying there's a higher percentage on yes because I've taken a couple positions on it. And that's how it goes. You can actually manipulate the outcomes of markets and or the pricing available by engaging with these markets, guys. It's very interesting. And the information that we're gaining from these markets is also really cool too. So you definitely want to play around, but again, be careful. You are risk of loss. You know, I put 20 STX. I'm potential win 77. But I could lose 20, and it's a long shot. That's why there's an opportunity to win 77. I probably should have taken the no, and then won a little bit of STX against my 10. But that's what I did. And in the last story today, we have ZeroAuthority reputation standard proposal. Zero proposed this a couple days ago. I'm super impressed. It's a SIP that proposes a framework for implementing a standardized reputation system on apps or websites. Reputation transactions will result in the minting of non-fungible tokens to provide a verifiable and immutable record of reputation events. The proposal outlines standard attributes for reputation systems, the structure for XML and JSON representation, and the NFT minting process. Very cool. Super excited about this. I think you can also get access. So there's no discussion on the forum yet. We need to get this on the forum too, Zero. But you can also get into some calls February Digest. No, that's not it. Hold on. Can I get to? Is this on the GitHub though, or it's in the forum? Wait. So why did the discussion say not in the forum? Oh, that's just a placeholder. Maybe. We are going to talk more about this and some other stuff on the SIP call today too. So we are excited about what's going on in the ecosystem. Friendly reminder, but guys, Bitflow is the top DEX on Stacks. They let you trade USDC, BTC, Stacks, SIP10 tokens, Runes tokens, and more, all in one place while aggregating the best prices around the ecosystem. So no matter what, you get the best swap rates over at Bitflow. Awesome opportunities for participating in liquidity and earning yield that way. Again, always do your own research. Never invest money you cannot afford to lose. But if you are looking to get the best swap rates, you're looking to trade BTC, STX, Runes, and more, Bitflow.finance is the place to get started. With that, I will bring on the homies. What's up, GP? How you doing today, brother?
What's up, Peace? How we doing this morning, man? Happy Friday, TGIF, good sir.
Oh, I like the shades, man.
Thank
That's
you.
a good look. You're gonna be killing the ladies out there with those shades on. I'm not gonna lie.
Sharp as a razor. You know what I mean? Just
a
handling
two-sided razor, double edge.
You know, and I'm a soccer coach too, right? So it is one of those things. It's
Oh,
like,
that's right. It's MILF hunting season. It all starting to add up now, my man. Got to take advantage when the opportunity arises.
no, man. I'm blessed. Yesterday, I ran my first scrimmage with the team Rampage.
Oh yes,
yes, dude. The kids look
Rampage is back.
Gotta go out there and give them the business. We're actually playing on Saturday against my nephew's first soccer coach. He's in my league, so I'm curious, man. He was such a great coach, so really, really good at what he does.
Oh, I was hoping it was gonna be like drama where he was like a dick and you guys were going to get retribution on him. But it's probably better that wasn't the case early on in the
no drama on that forefront. They're just 6 and 7, so
brother, I will tell you this, my now, Jesus, I can't remember how old all of my kids are. So my now, I believe 26-year-old son, my second son, my third oldest child, he married, just started a great job. Super proud of him, by the way. He just started a great job at a nice company. He's doing well. And when he was 5, his first year playing soccer, and it was scrimmage soccer, and I wasn't coaching. I was so I would bring him to the field, and I played soccer. I coached a little bit when I was younger. Actually, I helped assistant coached when I was still a kid. I loved the game, and so I knew about it, but it was just clinic, it wasn't real soccer. Like, they weren't doing teams. It was just learning ball skills and stuff. And this guy had no business being a soccer coach. he had been a hockey coach, and he probably shouldn't have been that either. But he would yell at the kid, he was trying to be disciplined and hard and everything. But it's they're 5, man. They're 5.
No, man. Very.
And my son was 5. And he would make him go run. He'd be like, Brennan, go run a lap. And he'd literally take 2 little soft jog steps, looking back at the guy, and then just start walking.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
and the guy would go, Brendan, start running. And he'd be like,
oh, that's crazy.
And then look back at the guy. And as soon as the guy stopped, as soon as the guy turned around back to practice, he'd just be walking again.
Yeah, bro. Come on. What is this?
And he had the parents were because it just kept happening. The guy would just keep going, come on, Brendan, run. And he'd literally take 2 steps and stop. And it was, the guy would and then he'd just keep walking slow. And it happened 5 times. Every time the parents would just erupt because it was like this. He was basically clowning this fool.
Yes, clowning him, bro. Like, just I mean, so I will say, like, you know, I've got a good balance at, you know, letting the kids know, hey, like, pay attention right now, and then letting them have fun too, because that's what they're out there for. They're learning how to connect. That's what it's about. Have some fun. So they do it again next year, and then our season. And then if you learn a couple things along the way, great, that's awesome. But if you had fun and you come back next year, that's what it's about. I will say, if I'm getting interrupted like 3-4 times, I will be like, hey, you guys want to run laps? You know, I won't be like, go run laps, and then
there's nothing wrong with actual discipline. Like, that is something you do need to. You need to be able to command the attention. But this was just this guy just didn't know how to do it the right way. He was way over the top. Like, it's like you can't be a drill sergeant for 5-year-olds. You gotta.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work because they're like, you're not my dad. You're not my mom. Like, why are you talking?
They don't remember what you said 5 minutes ago half the time. Like, it just doesn't, like, you know, because you've been coaching them.
Yeah. So we ran scrimmage for the first time, right? And it seems for the most part, all of them have played soccer before, so they all knew what scrimmages were. And
Ninja. I forgot we had more people coming on.
I was enjoying the conversation, and GP just switched us on us. He was a Terminator minutes ago. Now he's a nerd, bro. Bring back those glasses, bro. We're in hunting season.
I was just taking a look at my eyes, and I was like, they're baggy and it looked red and poofy and stuff. So I put on the shades, and then I said, you know, I forget about it. Like, I can't do the shades right now. I got to be able to lock in and read some stuff because there's a lot going on. Good morning, 3. My brother, how you doing? Fusion dance.
This side.
Probably.
Fusion dance.
Yeah,
Good morning, Mike.
Oh, good. Yep. I hope you well. Everything is well. It's going out well. Your end, my bro.
Oh, everything's lovely, man. You know, we live, we learn, and as long as you loved along the way, I think you did all right. That's it. So, yeah, man. So it looks like Stacks also taking a little bit of a dip as we, you know, started streaming, right? Quick little dip. Hopefully somewhere we're going to set a higher low and stop chop sideways. We've been in this range for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. But, you know, one thing I wanted to talk about is signal versus noise. So would you rather be in an ecosystem that is like doing well, but obviously isn't going to, you know, contribute anything meaningful in the long term, just a copy paste of other chains? Or would you rather be at the forefront of technology and in the home of Bitcoin, right? Like, and also surrounded by devs that are just pushing and crushing and killing it with updates right now? I mean, it's too much to talk about. I feel like the risk versus reward for getting exposure to the ecosystem right now is that it's like this is like prime time. So feeling very bullish, man. I made a video about Bitcoin markets. StacksMarket did 10K in STX volume already in the first week. Just boom, there you go. 10K like it was nothing, just popped right out. And I imagine that it'll continue to trend, you know, in the right direction significantly, like very quick, you know. So big ups to the StacksMarket team for that. That's insane to see. What? That was about tangent. Sorry.
Oh man, you don't have to apologize. We're just over here planning our next anime episode.
We are plotting, bro.
I have heard from both the engineer and Tooney. They should both be joining us soon. Really excited about talking to them about both of their projects. Both have been on the show previously. Been a few weeks. I mean, Tony's been everywhere. Obviously, what he's doing with X402 has been insane. And then I'm actually really excited to talk to the engineer about his MAS project and see what's developing there too, because it's well, it'll be interesting, I guess I should say. You know, I'm not sure where he decided to iterate on it, but I know it was a different play on some liquidity options.
So I'm interested as well. I haven't done a whole lot of research so far into his project. What is do you know the name?
It's MAS Network.
Mass. Yes, I've seen that on
yeah.
Yes, I have. I'm very interested in learning more too. There's a few different things that I saw today. B2 Picks is another one.
A couple of bindings.
B2 Picks by Ronald. He's Superman, by the way. Hero Gamer. Shout out to Hero in the comments earlier. Good morning, Hero. When we were down in Buenos Aires, he was at Hacker House for B2 Picks, and Hero said, "Wow, we should cast him as Superman in the comics because he's a diesel. He's pretty dude. He's a pretty deep dude." Hey, Tony in the house.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Brandon and Tony.
What's up, man?
Good.
All good, guys. Thank you so much for the invitation today.
So how does it feel to be a celebrity in the Stacks ecosystem?
No. The community is the celebrity. You know, like 60 projects. It's been amazing. I didn't expect that, and it's been pretty great.
How many?
60
projects using X402.
Yeah, on a week for the hackathon. Yeah.
Wow, that's nice. Oh, that's for the X402 hack. That's how many submitted. It was 60 projects.
Yeah, that's right. There are other people working on X402, not only for the hackathon, but yeah, those 60 projects were only for the hackathon.
What was the project that won? I don't even think did they announce a winner? No. I know it was over on Sun. They haven't. There was too many good projects. They haven't picked.
Yeah. We're still reviewing the project, so we're expecting end of the week, maybe beginning of the next week, to have the winner.
Oh man, that's great. That's an amazing problem to have. Congratulations, brother.
Hear me?
We also have the engineer in the house.
The
Good morning,
engineer.
brother. How you doing today?
The man, the legend.
Oh, you went on mute, so I don't know if you were talking right now, man.
Okay, I'm gonna try again now. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Okay,
Loud and
cool.
clear.
I guess I just can't hear you.
You can't. You can hear us now.
Don't mind me.
No, we don't. No, all good, brother.
Let's go. Welcome.
So I actually gotta get that. I want to get that door.
Okay, just ignore me. Let me figure it out.
Take your time, brother. We'll be here. Hold on, I want to get that X402.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring up the X page as well.
Here we go. So this is there was actually 61 biddles, 177 stack hackers, and it was only a week, and it was only $3,000 on the line, and you had 61 people submitting projects for this. Because you know why? Because the hackathon prize isn't even the value here. It's building something this is real functional infrastructure that's rapidly changing what people are developing for stacks. I mean, on how to integrate AI agents into crypto with Bitcoin. This is what's happening on X402. It's amazing It's absolutely amazing what's happening right now in the space, man.
Yeah, I think it was the right moment because all the explosion for the open cloud thing happened, and like more bots, all those agents started using X402 to pay for services. So I think it was the right moment to have this challenge because there were a lot of attention for agents, especially on payments. So yeah, it was pretty cool. As I said before, I wasn't expecting this amount of projects submitted, and I've been reviewing them. I haven't finished yet, but great projects. On my video, I said one. I really like that one. The one from the you can pay only for the book for the pages you read from a book. That's a great idea. Like not only for agents, but for consumers. Like I got some books that I have never like fully read, and only pay maybe for the pages that I need. Maybe I'm working on something like that. That's a great idea for consumers. But there are also great projects for agents. The main focus was agents right now because I think like open cloud is everywhere these days. So great, it's been great. It's been amazing.
So this all came out from your Hacker House submission, right? Were you when you went, because you got invited to Hacker House because you had participated in a hackathon with the StacksMarket group.
Yeah, that's right.
And was that an X402 project that you had submitted?
Yeah,
it was. How long had you been working on X402 before then?
No, okay, so X42 has been here like for almost a year. It was invented by Coinbase, but it didn't really get too much attention at that moment. But somehow, like on the end of the summer, maybe like on the fall, like around September, it started getting some attention from people, and I saw it on Twitter, and I said like, "Hey, this is pretty great." But I thought that maybe someone has already made it for Stacks, because I think it's like infrastructure that every blockchain needs, right? So I just said like, okay, that's something that I thought it was already done in Stacks. But when the hackathon came, I started like looking at the projects, and I didn't see any integration of X402 on Stacks, so I decided to work on that. So I've been working on this since October. After the Hacker House, I started like moving it a little bit more, like pushing more code into X402, the marketing thing, all those things. I've been working more on that. But the project started on October, and since November, since the finish of the Hacker House, I've been like making more push of that. I published the package to NPM. We almost have 1,000 downloads every week right now. We are on the top 5. Last week, the SDK from X42 had even more downloads than the Aptos one, which was the third one. So we're trying to compete on the top 3 right now to be one of the most used blockchains using X42.
Crazy, man. That's very rapid development, huh? Very, very quick. And it's come along at the right time. Yeah. I know the AI BTC devs are also kind of incorporating it into what they're one of the main users. It seems like now they're building on the same. They're building on the development that you created.
Yeah, that's right.
And they've done a ton, so they had already been working on a lot of the solution on the AI and the agent side with this for a while. We had actually participated in their first launch. They actually had created a trade bot that we played with like over a year ago, I think. They had given everybody like $100 worth of stacks to play on it, and it just didn't. The tech hadn't been developed yet, so it just took a while. Like it kind of went back on they had a lot more to develop on it, was what we determined once we started playing around with it. But now it's really actionable with the agent to agent transaction ability with X402, because that's what. So X402 allows for agent to agent transactions, right? Which is very novel. You know, it's agents can now have a wallet and can transact. So I can have an agent that's assigned to do X, Y, and Z, and that agent can then go see what's out and available in the market to facilitate what I'm looking to achieve, transact on the app to get access to the tools it needs to get access to, and execute that all autonomously.
Yeah, that's right. The AIBTC team, I think it's all complementary, right? Like, I think they have been doing a great job, and they have something really important for the agent to agent economy. And I think those are the wallets. They have all these wallet skill and all those things are ready. And I think this is the right moment for all the agents to use Bitcoin as a payment layer. Export to just make easy to transact, because it is great, you know. Like, I think later we're gonna have, not later on the year, but later on the agentic economy, we're gonna have more difficult agents, which they will go and transact on the blockchain differently, like holding contracts and all that stuff. That's something that will happen, I think. But right now, it's so much easier just to pay each other using X402, because X402, it's a native internet payment. One of the difference between, you know, like a credit card or Stripe, even though Stripe is digital payments, the thing there is like it's more focused on the human, right? But HTTP payments, it's a digital way to make to transfer money, and obviously it was also thought for agents, but when they launched, it was think like a universal payment protocol using HTTP, but now it makes a lot of sense to be used by agents, because agents know the internet very well. They know HTTP like super natural thing, and with the skills, it's super easy for them to interact with X402. So yeah, it's the right moment. I think the AIBTC team has been creating really great things on the wallet thing, on the agent thing, and all these complementary. It's creating something really cool and great momentum here. Even the creator of X402, the engineer from Coinbase, he has said that he's really bullish on the Stacks version. So yeah, it's been really cool.
That's awesome, man. So you've been in contact with him.
To be totally honest, this is all AIBTC job. They reached them, the Coinbase team. They reached the Coinbase team, so we started getting like some momentum with them. They asked us for to make some changes to be like totally compatible with the B2 from Coinbase. So X402 is like now an open source project, you know, but like we had to make some changes to be totally compatible with the B2. So Cloudco and me made the changes, and since there, we have been getting some more attention from the Coinbase team. But yeah, to be honest, that was totally AIBTC team doing the job. They were like super.
And I don't want to make this about AIBTC, but I love those guys. They really are great guys too. WoBuddy, Publius, Cedar. They're all great guys. Shout out Teflon Musk. He's part of their crew too.
Big shout out Teflon.
And we've known those guys for quite a while. And then Jason, WoBuddy, is also, he's the head of the governance cab for Stacks. We're on the governance cab. We're represented there as well. So it's like they are very much part of we have such a very integrated community, right? Like you guys aren't competing factions. You're giving them credit where credit's due, but you guys are working together to solve issues, and they're bringing their talent. You're bringing your talent. There's other people contributing. We're moving this all forward. But what I saw a lot from the hackathon is that there seems to be a lot of like API marketplaces or agent API marketplaces that are being developed for X402. I don't quite understand how that's supposed to work. So can you take me through how that, like, let's say I have an agent, I'm building an agent that I want to be able to pull information about the news, engage in APIs that way, and then produce some stuff for me. Maybe X402 isn't necessary for that yet, but I do gotta pay agent. I gotta pay for API access. I gotta pay for my my either Anthropic or ChatGPT or whatever to process all this stuff. So where does X402 come into play there?
Yeah, so I think the natural thing, what we need right now, it's like having a lot of API services and agents to get paid for, because we have like two main like tracks, let's say. Like think of this, like having an API of marketplace, a marketplace of APIs is pretty much like going to the supermarket. And you go to the supermarket, you are the agent, and you need some things to create something. Maybe you're a chef, right? You go to Whole Foods, you want to get some food, you want to get some chicken, you want to get some pasta, you want to get some of the ingredients you need to create a dish, right? That's the API. Maybe your agent is the chef. The agent needs some services, maybe for creating the content. Let's say you can go to the internet and go to all the public websites and get that information to create the content. But let's think of this. Maybe there are some premium content that your agent cannot access only by web browsing, and you can pay for that content using X402. So you get that ingredient to create something, and you pay using X402. And the second thing, which is the one I think is going to happen really soon, and I think it's going to happen this year, we have seen on Twitter some experiments, but I think it's going to get really serious. It's like the army of agents getting paid each other using X402. Like let's say I have my agent, like Tony's agent, and that agent, let's say he's like he or she. It's just like a general thing. It has some skills. It knows how to do some things. But maybe I want to create a UGC video for TikTok for my company. But my agent is not super good at that skill. It has some skills. Maybe.
Oh no, he was just giving us the alpha.
Yeah, skills.
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry. So maybe your agent, it's not. I mean, it's capable to do it, but it's not the best at doing that. But there's another agent who's pretty good. It's pretty good. That it's even a human UGC style videos that you cannot recognize it's AI generated. So what will happen is that my agent will go and ask that agent, hey, I need to create a UGC. Instead of me trying to do it using my skills, instead of trying to make it myself, because I might have a result, but it won't be the best result, I better go and ask another agent. And that agent really has those skills. So I'm going to pay, he's going to say like, hey, okay, I can do it, but I need to charge you, I don't know, like $100, whatever, right? I'm gonna charge you this, and you're gonna pay with X402. So that's what I see in the future, and I think when I talk about the future now, it's not about not like a couple of years. I think this is going to happen in the next quarter. Like we're gonna be, there are some experiments right now, but I think we're gonna see like some serious things because we're gonna have really specialized agents who can perform a specific task really well. And my agent will be able to go and call them instead of like trying to do it all their stuff. It's like, for example, I see this on Twitter every time, right? Like they say like, hey, SAS is going to die, right? Because now it's so much cheaper it's so much better for me to spend $200 to create my linear instead of paying $20 a month, right? So it doesn't work that way, right? Even though you can do so many things as a human, you sometimes will prefer to go to an expert because it's better to hire an expert instead of doing it yourself or learning because you don't have time, because you have the best result, whatever, right? So I think that's what will want to happen.
Bandwidth limitations.
Exactly. And that's where the agentic economy comes from.
So one thing we're working on we just launched our new website for creators, for DeOrganized. Creators, community management, content, some content creation tools as part of our roadmap. One thing I really want to build out is an agent tool, or a tool that helps creators make short form clips for distribution, right? So if we make a really killer agent that you just give it access to your content, it views the content, finds the best clips, makes those clips for you, generates them, drops them into a folder for you, that might be a candidate for X402 transactions where other content creators can actually access that agent, and that payments would all happen via X402.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, anything could be paid using X42, but what I'm really bullish on right now, it's like this agentic economy, agent to agent economy. Because I think like APIs are great, but if you have an agent who's pretty great to do something, that's the kill use case for me. Like I want to run a company using only agents, but my mindset is that I don't want to go and create all the agents I need for my company. If you have an agent who's pretty great at creating content, instead of me trying to create that agent by myself, trying to find which models are the best, which prompts are the best, which skills are the best, whatever, I think it's so much easier for me to go and hire your agent with the organized agent, right?
Right. We can't all make. Again, it goes back to the bandwidth issue. I need this agent for what we're doing, and I haven't had the time to actually try to build it yet because I'm building other stuff. Like I built a playout engine the other day. I've never coded anything until about 3 weeks ago. Chat GPT and Claude and a little bit of time, and I was able to. I've made my first Discord commits. I've made like 45 Discord commits. I mean, GitHub commits. In about 3 weeks. I've made just on building this one app, and every day I have to spend like hours debugging and fixing it, but it does stuff. And so that's the same thing with the clip tool. What the idea will be is that we'll build out this clip tool. Right now Hunt is our clip tool, and he does an amazing job. He is, but it takes up a lot of his time, and there's better things for him to be doing than that. So if we can automate that process and get him more freed up and me more freed up, but we're still getting the content will be better.
Yeah.
And then it just becomes an economics issue. If we build a really killer app, it might not even be the best clip app, but maybe we set our pricing to be more attractive to people that need it on a budget or something like that. And that's where things are going, basically. And so you're going to get a lot more people building apps too, just to provide, because there's more opportunity to actually get engagement with them. They're going to be more surfaceable by the agents than they would be by someone just trying to Google it too. If you put the right MCP information on the app, on the app and whatnot.
Exactly. What I want to see is like I have this idea on my mind, like using Slack. Like I will hire like 10 different agents to run my startup. Those agents will live on Slack. I will connect them on Slack, and I will ask them for things using Slack. They're going to have a salary or like a budget. Like, hey, okay, I only have like $1,000 for each of you. You can do the job. Maybe I have one who's pretty good at the financial side. Maybe some content creator. Like, I think that's the future. That's the $1 billion. That's the one-person billion company that Sam Altman has been talking about. Because right now, like, okay, there's an agent that I need to go to the website and I need to create that agent, and then I need to do something manually myself, right? But if I can have an orchestrator, I can only be the orchestrator, like the CEO, right? The CEO is not doing manually job. They know many different parts of the company, and they are taking decisions. So that's what I want to see using X42 with agent-to-agent payments. I want to see like having on Slack where we have like high-skilled agents that I can only orchestrate and running my company. That's what I want to see with X42. And I think we're having like a great momentum right now. The Stacks ecosystem is growing too. So yeah, I think it's bright, the future here.
I love it. I love it, man. I really think it's great stuff. Oh, we lost. Did we lose engineer again? I was just about to give him another bite at the apple. We'll get him on again. Not a problem.
Never lose an engineer, bro.
I know. They're very valuable. You guys have any questions for Tony?
Yeah, dude. So what do you think about all of the new transaction history and UAWs, like unique wallets being created, like going parabolic in February? Do you think that has something to do with Web4 and agents, getting onboarded into the ecosystem?
Yeah, I like that Web4 thing. That's right.
Yeah.
I think because it's bear market. Let's face it, right? Like retail is not coming right now. So I think I don't have any proof, but I really wanna think of this, and I really think of this. Those are agents. those are agents coming. Like now they can do so many things. It's pretty easy to start doing things with X42, so you can create. I posted a skill where you can simply add that skill to your agent, and you can start interacting and creating things with X42. So I don't have any proof, but I think those are agents. Much of them are agents.
That's what I feel like, because it's been very, very steady, wallet metrics, transaction volume, all of that stuff. I read a post yesterday that has just been very steady through, the end of the year last year and early Q1 this year. But then just February, we're just seeing this massive breakout. I have to attribute some of those. We were talking about this yesterday, Peace and I, about, what percentage would you think are agents? I think we landed around 50-60% of the is what we say.
My suggestion was 50% plus, probably significantly plus 50%.
Yeah, me too. That's what I think. I think that talking about like we were like super linear, right? Like super stable. So I think like difference between that line and top, I think at least 50% or even more, like 60-70%, those are agents for me. I don't have any proof again, but I think those are agents.
I just think it's cool, man. It's like it's interesting because we've always been talking about for the last few years, like, hey, we're gonna onboard the next million users to Stacks. Who knew that a lot of them would be, a different species altogether. That's kind of how I view AI, is that it's a brand new species. It's not human, and I feel like we're really close to the singularity. They have their own social medias and they're conversing with each other, sharing ideas, as deep as like, they're asking each other like, hey, do you think that we're actually experiencing things, or are we simulating experiencing things? It's mind boggling. And this has just happened within the last couple months, to see where we started a year ago with agents, and to see where we are now. The growth is exponential. So what do you think it looks like in the next 5 years, much less one?
Damn, 5 years. Like I used to think actually like 2-3 years. Like last year on talking about AI and agents, my mind was like, hey, let's think about 2-3 months, because I was like, this is the speed everything's moving. Now I'm start thinking like months, because everything is moving so much faster these days. Because one thing is that everyone now can create something. Cloud Code, Codex, all those models are super great. That everyone using plain English, they can create something cool, and they can create something really not only cool, but also like highly technical that wasn't ready before. And I remember when I was CTO of one of my previous companies, I talked to my team like 2.5 years ago, and I said to them like, hey, we are in the moment where we are going to be orchestrators of the AI. AI can do a lot of the manual things, and I think it's around like 4 years where we are going to be not writing code. And I haven't wrote any code like since 6 months. So we are now the moment in only 2 years. My expectations were like 4 years, and now it's only been in 2 years. So it's kind of hard to see the future 5 years, because everything is moving super fast, super fast. So I think for me, we're gonna have in 5 years maybe something pretty close, or maybe AGI. I think it's 5 years now seems like something reasonable for that goal. So AGI, a lot of agents. Anthropic launched in the last Cloud Code version sub agents. It's not only like the sub agents, but there's an orchestrator, like a main agent, and that main agent creates other agents, like a front end developer, a back end developer, and that orchestrator is doing all the job with all those agents. It's not like the sub agent architecture anymore. So we now see a lot of agents working all together to get a job done. So I think really think like AGI, maybe that would be my first take. The second thing is that this year we're gonna have more crypto payments for the agents. As you said, like we were thinking of onboarding all the of the people to crypto, but maybe not all the people is crypto native or maybe like digital native or agents are. So I think this is going to get so much better for agents because agents are gonna keep using crypto, even Stripe added X42 integration. So I think that will happen also. And what I see is that we're going to start having AI in so many different fields. Right now, it's like uh, things like we can automate using our computer, but I think we're going to start seeing so much more different things using X42. Using AI. One of the great uh, Latin American founders, he's running a vendor machine in San Francisco using only an OpenClaw agent. So the OpenClaw agent is in charge of doing that. So I think that would be my take. AGIs will be like super close, or maybe yeah, we already have AGI in 5 years. What about you guys?
Yeah. So AI integrated into everything, right? It becomes the norm. You go to any website, you have a chatbot there that is also, speaking and in touch with this network, via Multbook or any other means, like regardless of what the platform is used, all the AIs are speaking to each other, and it's going to be really cool to see people walking around and then having some type of like device that is automatically tuned into that network of artificial agents. I feel like it's gonna be crazy. It's like that, the spaceships and all that stuff that you think of the future, right? Like, flying cars and all that stuff. It's gonna look so much different, but it's gonna be really cool. And the human race is actually adapting and evolving as well with this too. So I think that we'll become more efficient and we'll be able to do more of the things that we enjoy instead of have to out of necessity. So yeah, I think the future is very bright.
Yeah, that's a great take. Even though I'm a developer, I've the last like 4 years of my career, I was more like a manager, and I realized that I didn't love to write code. I really love to ship products. And now with Cloud Code and Codex, I can automate that part because coding is sometimes a little bit repetitive, right? Like you end up doing the same thing many times. So with Cloud Code, you can automate that thing. So yeah, like now I enjoy more here. Like I'm shipping products and I'm shipping a lot of things that I really like because that was what I love, not actually be writing all the code all the time because it's kind of repetitive all the time. But yeah, I like that take.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
Go ahead, Hannah.
Yeah.
So what do you think about AI agents hiring humans to do their task, like wearing a human body and hiring us to do their tasks on their behalf?
I love that. I saw that when with the OpenClaw or Earning Cloud bot at that moment happened when all the mentors started that weekend. Somebody what he did. I didn't know the platform which payment protocol was using. I'm not sure if they were using X42, but they were get paid, right? And they were basically renting humans to do physical things. I really love that because it's gonna. It sounds like a sci-fi thing, right? At the beginning, but it's pretty amazing, because those are the limitations right now from humans. I mean, from agents, but we're gonna have some tools where we're gonna allow agents to have physical things. That's one of the takes. There's this big. It's a community. It's those are investments, VC funding too. Founders Inc. in San Francisco, and I heard from them that they want to see more things to connect the real world with agents. So I think that's for sure something that will happen. I think right now we will. I think it was kind of funny at that moment, but there will be a few companies that gonna take that more seriously, and we're gonna see maybe I'm not sure, but maybe in the next and maybe a couple of next YC batches, one company doing that seriously, like renting a human or maybe like kind of Amazon Mechanical Turk, like this platform where you were doing some really human task that at that moment AI were not able to do, like labeling the data. For example, I remember I one of my friend, she's a researcher at a lab, an AI lab, and she used that platform a lot because she, like 10 years ago, she needed some people to label the data manually because agents were not good at that point, right? So I think that has been happening. It was kind of different. Now instead of like labeling the data, agents are pretty good at that. They can see. We have multimodal models right now because they are really good at listening. They're really good at video, etc. So I think we're gonna see one company seriously doing that. That's a great take. Like renting a human. Like for example, I need to go and get. I cannot buy maybe like I don't know what like clothes, right? Like clothes. Maybe like this, or maybe the first iPhone. I want to get the first iPhone as an agent, but I cannot do it because I will need to wait like a week for the iPhone to be shipped to my address, right? So I can rent a human. That human is going to go to the Apple store and gonna be on the line to get the first iPhone. So yeah, I think that's gonna be a thing.
Wait a minute. Agents are going to have their own iPhones.
Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna have their own iPhones or maybe the Mac.
But they might actually. Like that could actually be. I could see where that actually might be a resource for an agent.
Yeah, I mean, like think of this. Like, let's say you need another Mac Mini for your agent. Right now,
So
all the open cloud revolution was with Mac Minis. We now have agents that can do pretty much
they're
the
gonna
same.
so they're gonna order iPhones and Macs for themselves, right?
Yeah, there are so many different things that an agent will need from the
Wow.
physical world, and they want to rent a human. Yeah, that's something that will happen.
We are living in a sci-fi movie right now, and
Yeah.
it's scary.
Kiki's delivery service. You guys remember Kiki's delivery service, the cartoon? Crazy, man. It really is.
Yeah.
The world is, you know, we're on the precipice here. What I see is the future is if we do this right, we can actually foster in a real golden age for humanity. The tools can actually produce a tremendous wealth increase for everybody. And by wealth, I mean living standard, not accumulation of capital, but access to real health resources for everybody. Abundance in access to good food and everything you need, educational opportunities and opportunities to create things and building and like there's this opportunity here, and I feel like the obstacles in the way are the biggest obstacle in the way are the current paradigm of our top-down system for social organization, our governing structure, because it's so corruptible, it's so centralized. And I think if we can overcome that, it's going to be amazing. But the danger is that these tools that are being developed can also be used by this establishment class to stop our development of this in this direction, to preserve their position of power. And that really is what we need to solve. You know, like building all of these tools is amazing. Making sure that they're accessible to everyone is utterly important. And I'm not quite sure how we foster that or how we maintain. They seem to be very accessible, actually. You know, they are generally accessible to anyone with an internet connection and a computer. You know, anyone with an internet connection can actually access these tools and learn with them. But it can be restricted.
Yeah, it can be restricted. Maybe those are not the best models, so you cannot really make some experiments with them. Like, for example, we all know that, right? OpenAI is preparing for IPO, and on the last stats, we saw that I think only 3-4% of all the users really paying for ChatGPT. Pretty much all the users are using the free model. And what happens there is that even though Codex or Cloud Code are pretty great to make some experiments, most of the users are not paying for that, right? And I think that's one of the first things we need to solve is that even though we live in our bubble where everybody's using Molbots and everybody's creating using Cloud or Codex, pretty much all the people are not. And
Right. It's a very small percentage of actual society using these tools right now.
I mean, they're using it. They go and ask ChatGPT, but they're only
They're using it like Google.
exactly, yeah. But they're not like fully immersed into the AI ecosystem, like creating things, like trying to bytecode something, like even like making a full research on ChatGPT because you need to pay for those things, right? But like, they are not like making a full research or like a marketing research or whatever. They're not. They're using just like the this little of the AI potential because there's a huge gap between a normal user and not even a high profile user of AI, but like a middle, like a Twitter normal guy using
me.
AI. Yeah, exactly, like a normal people.
I'm not a dev. I'm not a coder, but I'm starting to become one because I have these tools that can let me use my creativity and come up with solutions to my own friction points that might actually create value for others long term. We actually have, brother, I could talk to you. We'll have to have you on again. I could talk. I'm sure there'll be more developments and more opportunities. Thank you for joining us. As always, a pleasure. Looking forward to more from X402. We need to follow. It's at Tony 1908. Is that?
Yeah, that's right.
And it's what's the X402? It's at X402 Stacks.
Yeah, that's right.
At X402 Stacks on X. Make sure you give them a follow. Tony, we are segueing into our Find to Earn segment. We're going to play a couple rounds with Zenatron. You are more than welcome. We would love to have you hang out, but do not feel obligated if you're tied up, if you have to drop out. After that, we will have about a brief intermission. We'll also be back for the SIP show. You're welcome to come and pop into that too anytime. But again, no obligation. I don't want you to feel trapped here. But we'll be right back, everybody. Tony, if you're here when we get back, great. If you have to peace out, we love you. We'll see you soon.
See you guys.
We'll be right back. Much love, man. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much. Limitations.
And we will be right back with the Game Master after this quick word from our amazing sponsor at BitFlow Finance. It is time. The Game Master and the Ninja have arrived in their true forms. How are you today, sirs?
GM models. As eternal as ever. Let the fun begin.
GM,
It is GM. It is
So-
time.
Yeah, let's play. I drop you the first picture.
All right, we are going to play some Find to Earn rounds today, guys. We are starting with some Find token.
Yeah, and we just announced that we send Find tokens to our active hunters. We send small amount to every, like our active leaderboard. You can also like drop your soul addresses, Peace Love, GP, and Trihana. Since it's low cap, we send like small amount, but it could be higher, so we don't know, and people will hold because there is no intention to sell for this amount of money, but people will hold, and it's very cool. So we just announced, and community is very happy.
Right on. So, guys, these games are played on the Skullcoin BTC. That's Skullcoin Studios account on X. The game rounds launch live We give you a countdown. You do get an advantage tuning into the live stream because we give you this image early, the starting image, so you guys can get started. We're looking for this this young lady pushing an old school controller. I've actually played with one of those. My grandfather had one. I have.
Yeah, so we play a couple games for Find, and the last game will be for Leo. Let's go.
GP spending money in the loan.
So these games are played on the Skullcoin account, but you do need two rules for Find2Earn. Share out the live stream, like and reshare the game rounds. You must do this in order to win. If you do win and you did not follow the rules, your prizes will be given away. Today we're going to send them to Tony X402 for coming in and being an excellent Chad this morning. Love the conversation. Yeah,
if you will.
Please give it to Ninja.
All right. We'll give them to Ninja.
Ninja.
Well, you know what? We'll send them to the 3HAlpha.btc.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. These games are ready to go. Sir, are you ready for launch?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go.
All right. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Andiamo. Let's go.
Andiamo.
All right. Here we are. We're gonna wow, these guys are already fast. The hunters are out this morning. So those that don't know, you get the link here to Google Maps. We're starting in Google Maps. It opens up in Google Maps. You have the starting location. You click on the little yellow peg guy. Reminds me, where is Blockface this morning? He was supposed to come hang out with us. I think he pulled an all-nighter and probably passed out on his way to the show. We're looking around in this neighborhood for Grandma mowing her lawn.
That sounded so wrong.
Hey, listen, I've seen worse. The internet is a strange and scary place.
Okay, the first person everyone found, it was a very fast game. The first person was only 1MS. He won. Congrats.
Hey, let's go, Jake.
And we play 2 more games. Let's wait 1 minute. Everyone get back. I believe we have like new players who still playing.
Get that.
Yeah, so we just sent like 300k Find to all our active hunters, and people very happy because the idea is very simple. It's low cap, and if we win and get attention in hackathon, like the people feel this because there will be a lot of attention to project, and now the people can hold and they are active community and they like it. Yeah, and
yeah, all the players are out today. I'd love to see this. We're back in the swing of things here. But so, yes, the Find token is. So I think what we're going to do on Monday, sir, we're going to run the game live on the show, but also jump into the Pump Fund studio and play some games on.
Yeah, it will be cool. We'll try it.
I like it. And I do, I miss doing these every day. I think it's a super fun thing to do. Maybe we'll get back.
Yeah, now it's in the hands of judges. It depends what they choose, what the project they want to see. Because we are building together the big thing, and if we scale this on the whole the crypto Twitter, it can become huge really But it just depends on their decisions.
Yeah, and I understand that too. But I love playing these games regularly with you guys. It does add, I know, I think the shorter segment makes it a little bit easier too. Just having a couple of quick games.
Yeah.
But I love seeing the people in the audience, getting our group in here. You know what I miss? I missed my friend saying Gusto in the live chat. So if you guys could just give me a Gusto in the live chat. I miss it. I haven't seen it enough. I miss you guys saying hi to me in the morning. So even if we don't have games, give me a Gusto every day. I love seeing that. We got a couple more games.
Okay, let's play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. This game is easy too.
We got
we'll make the fourth game the last game.
Jekalo. I'm sorry, you said what's going to be the last game, sir?
The last game will be for the Leo, and we'll make it harder.
Leo, all right. We're going to have a little bit of a challenging Leo round. Right now, we are searching for the Pepe, the green Pepe. He's still all right? We don't hate the green Pepe. He's just not as cool as our Bitcoin Pepe friends, but he's still a cool Pepe. We're not going to hate on him. And we're looking for the Pepe so we can find to earn. And we're looking for the bike in front of this little cottage, whatever's going on here, a utility shed or something. And we're over here.
He's looking ripped.
He does look like he's doing all right, doesn't he?
He's eating good and healthy. Yeah, just like my bro, the coach.
The MILF Hunter.
Very funny.
Somewhere over here is a little shack. I know it. Where is it? Right there? Not the right one.
Okay, Wayne Hazel is the winner here.
Hey,
congratulations.
Jekalo.
Let's go, Wayne.
Okay, get
Andiamo.
ready for the last game. We'll play Leo game as the last game.
All right. Get back. Everybody get back.
Ooh, I think Hana wants to do a countdown, a ninja countdown at that.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah, we definitely need a
ninja.
ninja countdown.
Ooh.
He's counting down like a ninja. We can't hear him.
Yeah.
Oh, you want me to count down like that?
No, wait.
5 ninjas.
Yeah, like 30 seconds. Wait. Maybe not everyone just ready.
Let me know when to count down.
Skull, coin, flame. Game master calls.
Begin.
Remember the name.
Remember the name.
Okay, you can start it. Let's go.
5 ninjas. 4 ninjas. 3 ninjas. 2 ninja. 0 ninja. Let's go.
Hey,
Hajime.
let's go. Jekalo. Come on, Scan.
Zoom.
Exude.
First ninja countdown.
The ninja countdown is real. Make sure you like and repost. Don't forget, guys. Don't forget to share out the live stream. It's very important. It helps us grow. It gives us an opportunity to keep doing these games for you.
And
We're
it's
looking for
also
it.
good for your health if you share the live stream. Good for your health.
That's interesting. All right.
Oh, Pepe is featuring every game. You saw that?
I did see that.
Claim your crown.
DeOrganized arena.
The hun goes down.
Yeah, there will be the girl and the dog.
Treasure hunt
Those
lives.
hedges.
Skull, coin, flame. Game master calls.
Sometimes people just try to random, like drop the random location. It's funny because that's how Bitcoin works. The miners just try to guess the target hash.
Well, and that does happen. Yeah, I mean, sometimes
Yeah.
you win.
Yeah, every 10 minutes it's happened.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Find2Earn the game.
Yeah, chat, you literally need to find the girl and the dog.
Treasure hunt live. Find2Earn zone. Skull, coin, rising. Fight for the throne. Game master watching. Reading your speed. With your BNS ID, you were born to compete.
Stacks ready. Prizes deployed. Track the map. No time to avoid. Street view sniper.
Claim your crown.
DeOrganized arena.
The hun goes down.
Yeah, not so easy looks like. Okay, we can give a clue. Maybe.
Yes, let's give a clue. I need a clue.
Do we have a SIP call today?
We do at 10:30.
It's like in
Game master calls.
it's in 1 hour or
About 25 minutes.
25 minutes. You want to make a break? Okay, I will drop the clue.
BNS identity. You own the seal. DeOrganized.
I mean, we don't have to be in the super. We can have like let's give it another 5 minutes after the clue. Oh no, this isn't a jackpot round, right? This is just a
Yeah,
Well,
just round. So
yeah, you
okay,
guys gotta win.
let
We-
me.
Somebody's got to win this. Come on, let's go.
I'm looking right now.
Yeah, I'm dropping the clue. So it's on the northwest,
Northwest. All right, let's
up
go.
the left.
Northwest.
Treasure hunt live. Find2Earn.
Oh, we have a winner.
Let's go.
It's
that was a
Rick
great clue.
169. Congrats.
Andiamo.
Who is it?
Read 169.
Let's go.
Diamo.
Everyone going back to Underworld. I might be joined to sitcom. What's the agenda today?
I don't know all of Hero's agenda today, but I think some of what we're going to talk about is the proposal. I guess they're working on an AI bot to help with the SIP proposal process. So SIP editor kind of preface, front face. That won't dominate. Drop in. We'll make time for whatever you want to talk about.
It's how long? Like 1 hour usually?
Usually about an hour.
Okay, maybe I will join a little bit later. Okay, thanks everyone. See you going back to Underworld to refresh. See you.
Thank you,
See
sir.
you, Zenny.
Pleasure. Thank you all to all our players. Congratulations to our winners. And I love playing Find2Earn here on DeOrganized on the regular. It really is very fun for me.
Yeah, dude, Find2Earn is a blast, dude. I remember whenever, like, how far it's come. Like, we're doing it in spaces, and now we're doing it live on a stream. And I remember winning like one of the first game rounds, and I was hooked. And the on-chain game is even better. It's definitely really cool.
Yeah. No
Yes.
Very immersive.
And excited about more to come too. So we do have the Sip Call show coming up in about 22 minutes. Real quick, we'll sign off, take a brief intermission, and we'll be back in a little bit. But in the meantime, what do you guys have going for the rest of the day? Anything else besides Sip Show, or just kind of sliding into the weekend after
sliding into the weekend.
Slide in the weekend
Highest
like that.
frequency.
Slide in the weekend with a
Let's
smile
go.
on my face. Smile on my face. Slide in the weekend like that. Slide.
Yeah, at
You guys,
3,
didn't know
I think it's
you
1.
guys didn't know that ninjas talk like that, did you?
No, it's the Boss Man talk.
Yeah.
Boss Band Ninja. At 1 p.m. ET, I'm gonna be in the Zest Discord. I'm probably gonna be playing some games. It is Zest game night, so if you want to come hang out and have some fun, come
That's
through.
1 p.m.
Maybe I might stream at 1
All
p.m.
right. Zest Discord 1 p.m. If you guys looking for more games, they're happening there.
Let's go.
We've had a great week. We have had a great week. It's great being back in the swing of things. I love doing this every day with you guys, and we just keep chipping away. How many likes for a soul? Oh, well, $90. Soul's only 90, under like $82. I don't know. How many likes would I need for a soul on a? I don't know. I don't pay for likes actually, so I probably
100 million.
100 million.
The most viral likes.
You know what, guys? IMPs love music. And we are DeOrganized Media, coming at you live on Bitcoin Live Decentralized Broadcasting every Monday through Friday, bringing you news, entertainment, alpha, games, fun, meaningful experience. And now you can also head over to DeOrganized.com and get yourself set up on the newest creator and community platform on Bitcoin on Stacks.
Let's go.
Sip call in 20 minutes. We will be here. I'm excited. Lots to talk about still. And then we'll head into the weekend. Very accomplished for this week and ready to take a couple of touch grass moments and then be back here on Monday. Thank you all for tuning in.
Some incense for you for the weekend. More blessings. Yes, showering you the blessings. You know what I mean?
Back at you, brother. Back at you.
Happy birthday in advance for GP. We're gonna celebrate. We're gonna have a cake, a virtual cake. You know what I mean?
GP is almost officially an old fuck.
yeah, dude. Let's go. I've entered the league.
Get the gray. The gray coming in a couple weeks back.
I had a gray hair, man. It was this thick, man. I'm telling you. It was
like
there.
this, bro. It's like you're gonna be like, what did you get? Like some powdered donut in there? What's going on?
Get there, man. Another year. We'll do it again this year, boys.
Smile away, boys. Smile away.
Smile away, boy. You know what I mean? Slide in the weekend like that.
We will see you all back. Peace out.
Peace.
DeOrganized media keeps the mind share growing in the morning with peace and GP. Keep you knowing the alpha keeps flowing. The hunters tools they be showing. The AI Gale keeps them in clips that be glowing. Consistent on the daily, they bring Bitcoin news. Ethereum, Solana, and Stacks and other L2s. Showcasing new projects and giving you clues. Just do your own research and don't give us abuse. When the people are informed, peace brings on the chat. Spotlighting guests and filling up your bags. The flag doesn't matter as long as you grab. Take the gold mic and let us know where you stack. Or from the underworld, the game master arrives, bringing the games that satisfy the hive. Hunters come running, it keeps them alive. Scouring the planet for the treasures inside. Stacks improvement takes a sip, innovating the chain. Letting the community know is the name of the game. Spreading awareness and helping explain why Stacks is where it's at. We are pumping the name. Stacks, where it's at. Fast transactions are fat. Where it's at. The leading L2 is making maxes look back.
Keeps flowing and hunters tools they be showing. The AI guild keeps them in clips that be glowing. Consistent on the daily, they bring Bitcoin news. Ethereum, Solana, and Stacks another L2. Showcasing new projects and giving you clues. Just do your own research and don't give us abuse. When the people are informed, peace brings on the chat. Spotlighting guests and filling up your bag. The flag doesn't matter as long as you grab. Take the gold mic and let us know where you stack. From the underworld, the game master arrives, bringing the games to satisfy the hive. Hunters come running, it keeps them alive. Scouring the planet for the treasures inside. Stacks improvement takes a sip, innovating the chain. Letting the community know is the name of the game. Spreading awareness and helping explain why Stacks is where it's at. We are pumping the name. Stacks is where it's at. Fast transactions are fat. The leading L2 is making maxes look bad. Stacks is where it's at. Fast transactions are fat. The leading L2 is making maxes look bad.
Boost it, boost it, boost it, boost it. Let the network rise. Boost it, boost it, boost it, boost it. Global social ties. Boost it, boost it, boost it, boost it. Amplify your flame. Boost it, kinda simple. Post it, hack with crypto rate. Boost X make the signal fly. Broadcast through the wire. It's BTC rhythm in my blood. Amplify the fire. DeOrganized in motion. Every drop go higher. If your voice got power in it, we gon' make it go wider. Algorithmic elevation. Every boost unlocks the gate. No permission in the system. Just encode and detonate. We don't wait for validation. We decide the market rate. Turn a whisper to a movement when the boost X levitates. Yeah. Proof of signal in the ether, every action leaves a trace. Monetizing got attention, turn the network into space. No more begging for attention, we're the ones who set the pace. Boost X on the timeline, now you're playing in the race. Boost it, boost it, boost X, boost it. Let the network rise. Boost it, boost it, boost it.
broadcasting divine. Stacks on the chain, we don't play the same. Digital roots, my name on the block, never fade.
Identity's money now. Say it with me. Own your name.
Yeah.
Own your name, lock it in on chain. BNS1, we ain't play no game. From stacks to Bitcoin, let the people reign. Decentralized, so we gon' ride this train.
Yeah.
Own your name, claim your change.
Yeah.
Digital roots never wash away.
Yeah.
It's that freedom with a brand new flame.
Yeah.
Ring, in, now you own your name.
Yeah, they talk loud and I talk ledger. ID on Bitcoin, that's pressure. No gatekeeper, no federal measure. When you BNS bound,
You forever.
click BNS1, start claiming that spot. Your name be on the plot. Stacks underneath, yeah, the foundation's hot. On chain proof, ain't no reset button to drop. We talk gamma, we talk locker. Trust machines, yeah, we walk proper. Ecosystem tight like a code locker. Every bit I spit is a blockchain offer. You ain't just a user, you created now. Your name a passport, wear it proud. One click to mint, one click to shine. Identity mine on a Bitcoin.
On your name, lock it in on chain. BNS1, we ain't play no game. From stacks to Bitcoin, let the people reign. Decentralized, so we gon' ride this train.
Yeah.
On your name, claim your change.
Yeah.
Digital roots never wash away.
Yeah.
This that freedom with a brand new flame.
Yeah.
You ain't written, now you own your name. Oh.
Yeah, zone fire, load them known worldwide. My handle ain't Twitter, it's on chain pride. No blue check fee, no corporate ride. I got truth in my wallet, I don't hide. Namespace balls, launch my own. DeOrganized mic
In the data zone,
BNS1, that's the home where builders get known.
the names get grown. Soul in the stack, ain't no fake ID.
Yeah.
This that real world proof for me. You can scan that hash, see my legacy. Every verse signed cryptographically.
I ain't just a number 99. I'm a name that live forever on Bitcoin blog. Say my handle when you see me shine.
BNS1.
My name on the line. My name on the line. Yeah.
Own your name,
Yeah.
claim your chain. We ain't renting digital space. No way,
No way.
no way. Stacks in Bitcoin, bridging the flame. DeOrganized, warrior on your name. Step in the future, no permission when we move. Bitcoin on the chain and the flow stay true. No middleman, hands only money that's yours. Tap into the source, this the key to the door. Let it flow, unlock your Bitcoin with a real one stack. Let the signal make noise. Let it flow, unlock your Bitcoin. Swap smarter, go farther, we control the choice. Let it flow, unlock your Bitcoin. Where the market gets deep and the liquidity deploys. Let it flow, unlock your Bitcoin. Hit the chain, feel the game, watch the power get enjoyed.
Never bow to the banks, let the freedom go live. We ain't talking about the future, we already arrived. No cap, no delay, this is real block time. Bitcoin in the engine and the yield stay prime. No keys held hostage, flow stay trustless. Stacks to the core, but the base chain rugged. From the chain to the swap, everything on demand. If you're built for the winners, then you already understand. Now the trend is a net evolution in motion. Liquidity unlocked like the gates in the ocean. You can flex when you own, I beg for permission. Bitflow is the tool, execution with precision. Let Bitflow unlock your Bitcoin with a real one stack. Let the signal make noise. Let Bitflow feel the game, watch the power get enjoyed. No ceiling, no borders, this the true free world where the builders get paid, where the vision unfurls. Rooms BTC, stable flows in rotation, new era on the chain. This the price of innovation. You ain't gotta ask twice. It's non-custodial might. Every swap locked tight, every rate optimized. It's the layer for the legends and the ones getting in. No luck, only skill. This is where you begin. Every click in control. That's the anthem we preach. Bring value to the people while the old bank sleeps. Say the name with conviction. That's a lift off cold bit flow. Now watch the Bitcoin flow explode. Let it flow, unlock your Bitcoin with a real one stack. Let the signal make noise. Let it flow, unlock your Bitcoin. Swap smarter, go further. We control the choice. Let it flow, unlock your Bitcoin where the market gets deep and the liquidity deploys. Let it flow, unlock your Bitcoin. Hit the chain, feel the game, watch the power get enjoyed.
Be spaghetti, stay punk. No kings, no masters, just Bitcoin and funk. Cypherpunk code in my blood like rust. We don't need your trust, we build or bust. OG bulls and the bears in the pit. Whales in the deep with the code legit. Stacks on the chain, every block we commit. Hell in the noise, keep the system lit. Got S points stacking like bricks on a wall. Every mint a story, every holder stands tall. Club doors open, but you earn that call. Punk in the code, that's a digital brawl. Be spaghetti, stay punk. Be spaghetti, stay punk. Build it raw, keep it loud, keep it wrong. From the stack to the chain, raise your cup, don't flaunt. We don't need permission, we just function. Be spaghetti, stay punk. Bitcoin beats in the basement funk. When the market's dip, we double up. Cause truth don't die, we just punch back up. Pixel art soul with a have and heart. Every drop's a drop kick, decentralized art. Got the goats, got the gang, got the club on fire. Every trade's a badge, every holder's a wire. They said NFTs are dead, we said bet. We meant meaning, they meant that. We burn the bridge and then we build the jet. On Bitcoin time, that's the safest bet. Be spaghetti, stay punk. Be spaghetti, stay punk. Write your name in the mempool funk. From bears to bulls, we don't need luck. We fork the rules and we call it love. Be spaghetti, stay punk. Builders bleed orange, never run amok. When you see that mic, know it's spun by trust. The organized crew, that's the upper crust. Freedom's messy, sauce on the floor. Cypher hands greasy, but we open the door. No gatekeepers, no overlords. We're cooking code on the kitchen board. Spaghetti in the stack, punk in the heart. Bitcoin layer 2 where we play our part. So spin that chain, let the blocks restart. We the chaos, we the art. Be spaghetti, stay punk. 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 Yeah.
Set call spinning up, Friday in the frame. Screens glow softly, builders by name. Governance talk, not a corporate game. Decentralized minds, all aiming the same. Push to the set repo, ideas on the wire. Merge or revive. acquire. Under the hood, we engage and refine. Every commit, a new design. Governance flowing, elegant lines. Sips in session, keeping time. Static on the mic, someone takes the floor. Let's break that loop, optimize more. Notes in the doc, pull requests in store. Decentralized future, open core. Some chase fame, we chase function. Every diff, a quiet junction. Autonomy hums, no corruption. Code is the art, coordination, vacation. And the hood, ideas collide. Engage, evolve, we build with pride. From call to code, the chains alive. Sips in session, future in stride. Sip call fades, but the repo remains. Jazz in the logic, truth in the Sip call spinning up, Friday in the frame. Screens glow softly, builders by name. Governance talk, not a corporate game. Decentralized minds, all aiming the same. Push to the set repo, ideas on the wire. Merge or revise, that's how we conspire. No suits, no boss, just code and desire. Consensus and rhythm, truth in the choir. Under the hood, we engage and refine. Every commit, a new design. Governance flowing, elegant lines. Sips in session, keeping time. Static on the mic, someone takes the floor. Let's break that loop, optimize more. Notes in the doc, pull requests in store. Decentralized future, open core. Some chase fame, we chase function. Every diff, a quiet junction.
I love Hero Song. I really do. It gets me pumped for the SIP show. Welcome, everybody. We are back at it with another SIP Show Friday here on DeOrganized, covering all the developments going on for Stacks improvement proposals and community innovation on Stacks. We got the crew in the house. We got Hero Gamer with us. Good morning, Hero. How are you today, sir?
Oh, good morning. What's up? Peace.
What's happening? Doing well. Doing well. I hope you. I've seen your coding development and your bot development. And I know you were trying something earlier today. I hope you had luck with your latest implementation.
Well, it's a struggle because it's all very difficult because you have to operate through command line through the terminal, and that's like extra hard. There's no way to visualize what's going on, and everything is like in some random code terms. But so I haven't finished setting up yet. I keep not able to. There's some like bottleneck that's not connecting one to something else.
So maybe what you need, though, Hero, is some kind of graphic UX that can help you see what the results are.
But you cannot do that until you set up this bot. The agents can help you to create that, but
bot first.
Yeah, I need to get the basic pipeline like set up through command line somehow, and also like open close. The setup is through entering a line. That's the starting point, and you put that into terminals. So everything starts from terminals, which is quite interesting, you know.
Very, you know, because and it's good it's good that that's there because it forces new users to start using that terminal, and you can do more from there, you know, over eventually once you get the hang of it. So keep it up. You're on a really interesting trajectory from my perspective. So admiring what you're doing. What's up, Hattie? How you doing today, man?
Hey, how's everyone doing?
Hanging
Friday, let's go.
Friday, we got, I think DeOrganized is pretty much, DeOrganized cohort 3 is just about wrapped up, so to speak. So a nice getting there. I know it took there was a lot along the way. And again, I want to just give you some flowers for taking the reins and helping drive that forward along with Ileana there. You know, without your leadership and engagement there, it would not have been as successful as it has been. And it has been successful, by the way. Lots of cool stuff coming out of that. Lots of community development, too. That's a huge factor that maybe doesn't show up in some of the metrics or some of the immediate review of projects, per se. So huge shout out again for DeOrganized. We lost Hero. I was just about to ask him what his agenda is.
Because you didn't want to give him flowers for being the creator of DeOrganized. DeOrganized would not be possible without Eurogamer. So the flowers have to be given to him.
That is true. DeOrganized would not exist if it wasn't for Hero Gamer. And thank you, sir, for creating that for us and giving us the opportunity to bring it forward.
Oh, I'm very, very glad. Like, you know, it's not like, you can't have one program that fits all, and this serves certain purpose, which is, you know, I believe still on its discovering journey to find out what that purpose is. And without, as you guys can see, like without actually somebody taking care of it or leading it, like the phrase I like to use is the wall is not going to paint by itself, you know, like somebody needs to paint the wall. Somebody needs to take leadership in something until the day the agents can actually lead the whole program by itself. But until that day comes, we need some human leadership, which is, you know, where some of you thrive in having that ability, because not everybody's a leader. A lot of people are follower and they're comfortable in that way. But if we have all just follower, nobody leading, like shit's not gonna get done, and things are not gonna get innovated. Let's say we want innovation, and this is, I think Hattie's done a great job, and you guys can experience that challenges firsthand. You know, it's actually not so easy to wrap out a cohort. I try to wrap up 2 cohorts.
Yeah. No, I mean, we know it. Cohort 2 was a bear. We were part of that, and cohort 3 has been. There's a lot involved, and there's a lot going on, but it's all worth it. It really is worth it. But it is work. It's a lot of work, and so again, shout out to both of you for the amount of effort you put in building the project and getting it implemented. And I'm just I've been kind of allowed to just interact with it as I can, and I haven't had to pull too much weight. So I appreciate that as well, because it is an interest. I love being involved, but I could not possibly put in the time and effort that you guys have and continue to contribute there. So again, thank you.
But I must admit that the recipients of D grants this time around have been really, really good and responsive, and actually delivered a lot of them. So kudos has to go to them as well.
Yes,
they've actually made our jobs a lot easier.
Yes, I agree. It was a tremendous cohort, lots of talent, lots of good people, and a really good expansion of the base of the developer project development community on Stacks. It's DeGrants is a great project. I'm excited for cohort 4. I think we're probably a couple months out, maybe April, I think is what the timeline is, or maybe not quite April, maybe a little bit after.
I do feel like just from an observer perspective, and just general framework you guys have set, like there's this like monthly kind of cadence, that helps us to gives us the expectation of what you guys are expecting, and that helps me, or maybe hopefully help the rest of them, the recipients or grantees, a clear sort of framework to work towards. So I actually quite like that part, because I remember the previous cohort that I run, everybody was on a very different timeline, because we gave them the flexibility to decide what kind of timeline they were running. And then I prefer this time when there is a very regular cadence, let's say.
Yeah, I like that too. Like where it it's all just part of the developmental process too. Like D-Grants is entrenched. And that was the goal a year ago, just to get it redone and acknowledged and a little bit more coordinated directly with the foundation and the new entity and how that's going to go. And that's achieved. That was a huge achievement, by the way. It wasn't a done deal even 8 months ago. Let's call it 8 months ago. Yeah, that wasn't a guaranteed continuation, and we got it moving forward, and there will be Hattie, actually, I think you were going to respond. Is there a time frame for launching cohort 4, or that's still TBD?
So cohort 4 is going to go ahead, like Rena said. The timelines are the problem at the moment. Well, I wouldn't say problem. It's not a problem. We need to wrap up this cohort. And as you've said, and Hero knows this is the fun part that starts now, because you have to collate everything. You have to put it all together, and it has to be presented back to now the endowment. And Rena wants to have a look at everything and understand, and then build out for cohort 4. So what are the learnings we've taken from this? So we need to gather all those learnings. We need to look at those and say, okay, what worked? Like Hero said, he liked the monthly cadence. That worked really well. Okay, so let's carry that for what didn't work, and how can we make it better next time around? And then it's a budgetary issue of how much budget there is. And then for me personally, the conversation is going to be around how can we create a better environment whereby we know when the next cohort's going to happen. So that's what I'm trying to get. So before we end the So when we end cohort 4, we know when cohort 5 is gonna start. So it gives builders the assurity, or new builders in the space, they know exactly when it's going to hit. And hopefully we can open up submissions a little bit earlier. But those are, again, dates, I can't give you an answer. April is the pie in the sky at the moment. It's the target, I think.
So,
in addition to verbal,
yeah, it's I think it might be a slight delay, but go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, damn it. So in addition to your verbal meetings, if you do work, if it does work better, if it does work across different time zones, what I found quite useful last time was when we were collating feedback for the SIP process, I sent out like a super simple like Notion page, and that I just send it around and get people to add their comments. Peace love, if you remember that or not. But I felt that was pretty simple. You just go into a sheet. You know, it's not like a survey. It's somewhat between a survey and something to fill, but they just like keep adding bullet points, and everybody can add their own bullet points. So I'll share with you guys and see if you want to leverage some sort of format like that. But yeah, I'll keep leveraging that format for myself for various other collecting feedback stuff. Drop it in the chat for you guys.
Yes, I actually do remember that, and I do think that would be I think that would absolutely be beneficial. What do you think, Hattie? Like a feedback form for people that participated, both the stewards and the projects.
We already have a 360 going out, so it'll be coming out to the next week or so. We'll have a 360, so there'll be questions from key individuals who are involved in the project, but not, so maybe mentors. So like Jack might get one, and then we'll have people like the stewards will get what worked, what didn't work for stewards, and then there'll be every single recipient will get one to ask them for their feedback. So we've got a 360 this time to give us more for the impact report. And see show the softer side of where the values actually hit in the community.
That's really good. I'm really glad you are doing that process, as in like a program in Stacks is taking this seriously, because I don't see this type of process going on much in this sort of structured way. So I quite like this way. That's been done formally, properly. And in fact, I think, you know, if this feedback process works well, you know, more programs or more initiatives should do it this way. You know, it will set like a good benchmark. That's what I think.
I agree very much. So what is on? Zenitron actually suggested he might join us later in the call. I told him I wasn't sure what the agenda was, but he's always welcome. I almost had Tony from X402 also coming in. He's
I saw that. Yeah, no, there's a lot going on. I mean, we can talk about that too, but yeah, no, I didn't. I only had, I think, just the SIP tracker. But it's actually not the SIP tracker. Like Hattie knows, it's actually, I don't know if you saw the post from Zero earlier in the week.
With Gary and
it was an AI assistant. And I actually thought it was for writing. It was for creating the SIP. Like it is, but it actually, I tried it out like just before the call. It actually takes you to Grok and ChatGPT and Claude for you to have a conversation there. And I guess that fed it back to the platform. So I felt that was pretty interesting. That I thought that peace, love. Why don't you take a look and we can use it live, so we can show people.
Do you have a link?
Yeah.
Drop me the link in the chat.
And we can use Zenitron's case as an example.
Yeah,
it's basically. Yeah, Hattie.
Oh no, sorry. Yeah, I was just going to say we're trying to build tooling out to help people understand more about governance and understand and try to give them those links and pathways. So not try and lead the conversation, but really to get people to lead the conversation for themselves.
Yeah, it's almost like when you're entering your grant ideas, have a chat with AI first before you submit an idea, you know, right?
Yeah, so we're really trying different angles to try and make governance simple and easy for people, and people to not feel so intimidated by the words and how to start in the system. So really try and be more of a helpful assistant, and see how we can build out that AI, try and look at AI as being a helpful assistant to people.
I've got my camera is. I'm just having a little bit of a. There we go. All right. So. All right. So this is the tool, right? This is what we're looking at. It's on here.
Yeah,
that's right.
So go
You've got
to
actions at the top.
Action.
AI assistant. Oh, so I can pick any one of them.
Right.
Yep.
It's almost like assistant for you to have a conversation with, and it links to the actual ChatGPT website. And it has like a pre-filled prompt. If you scroll up, there's actually a prompt.
That's this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay. So I just send this in first.
Yeah.
Or is motivation like what I'm adding? Or this is specific, or do I want to change the abstract based on what my proposal is?
I think you click enter first.
Oh, okay,
and
so it's already pre-populated with Zenatron's info. Yep. Okay, all right. But so just to make sure I understand, if I'm proposing a SIP or I have an idea, there would be some kind of interface where I would input that information first before it brings me here?
What, to create a SIP?
So what is the goal of this tool?
So this is about questioning the SIP. So when I come in as not understanding it, this allows me to question it.
Okay, so that's okay. I get you. So this is that button will be on any SIP. If I go into a SIP in the tracker, that button will be there, and this is where I can learn about the SIP. So I send it, and it's going to kind of brief me on this.
Correct. So we could go to SIP 31 for instance sake, and it'll then give me, it'll break it down.
I like it. I like it. So if I go in here and I go to the SIP directory, I don't know, let's find SIP 31.
Well, a huge one is going to be the upgrade to 000. So that's going to be one that we're going to question a lot of, because people won't know how we initiate everything. So
that's this one
process. Yeah.
So I go in here and I have this actions button, and I can go into Chat GPT. It pre-populates the information for that SIP. Motivation would be, what's this open for? Like, is this just for me to put anything extra that I might be asked, questions I have, or basically most of the time I'm leaving it blank because I'm just exploring the SIP right now?
Yeah, well, your motivation would be, as you started out at the beginning, it says you are a SIP application architect. Your role is to help write a SIP and it to extract. So it's basically your motivation is just, what is your motivation for reviewing this?
So what specific change? So, all right. Examples. I want to reduce ambiguity. So I got question 1 of 14. So what happens after this? Am I engaging with this, or will it cycle through more stuff if I go through? Like, how does that work?
Yeah, so this is, so if you go back to, if you scroll up to the top, you've put in the prompt. So this is really just reviewing it and going through it. So it's giving you what angle it's looking at. So it says questions must be foundational, high leverage, adaptable to my previous answer. So it's basically setting up to have a Q&A section. For every question you must ask, you got the prefix, really just experimenting on how to engage with SIPs a bit better. So people can question a SIP from their perspective, and it's putting it through the lens of the top.
So I do like this question. It hasn't answered this question yet. It's just kind of proposing this as a potential question.
Yeah.
But it's not really answering. Or is this okay? So these are the answers where it's saying examples. These are examples of the question. Okay. And then it prompts me with the next question to ask.
Yeah.
Okay. Some like Q, like copy and paste this into the next question, or to get the next answer, or something like that might be to remove, because it wasn't clear to me exactly what.
So just thinking out loud to make it like even more dummy proof, let's say, you could have the full SIP text displayed, because most of these are, I guess, if you become a tile on this page, you've already written something, and now it's up to people to it's leveraging AI to help learn it, what this is about. So you could say, okay, so let's leverage AI and have like preset questions that you just click on it, and it will give you like a preset of outcome of answers. So instead of people like having to type out the question to ask, one version of the world is that you could have some preloaded question, which AI will spit out the answer, such as what are the key points of this SIP. You could have that already in there. I'm just throwing different ideas, thinking out loud, to make it like really straightforward for the learners. You could have an interactive chat, and just like ask any question about this SIP. That's also possible. And the others, I think you have like, if we like frame it on two sides, one is the learner, the other is the writer, the SIP author. I think two different personalities need very two different tools. You have the writer who might need support in writing their SIPs, so maybe they can chat with like an interactive session like this. Like it will prompt, like it's almost like the prompt of that AI author system would be something like, you are an experienced, SIP senior writer. You are going to assist your students in drafting a SIP, and you're going to ask questions that help the SIP writer to create a better quality and more well-rounded SIPs by considering different aspects. And then the outcome of that question and answer interactive sessions would, in theory, just in theory, output a better draft and more well-considered SIP draft. So that's the SIP author side. And then once that the SIP is published, then the learners have a way that you guys decide to help learn what's being outputted from that draft.
Oh, shoot.
Peace?
Yeah, I think 2 personalities is the best, or 2 routes.
Hey, I'm not sure what happened. I got dropped out. I got bounced out for a second. It's very interesting. I'm sorry, Hattie. I didn't mean to cut you off there. What were you saying?
No, I was just agreeing with what Hero said, that it's one that's learner specific and then one that's writer specific. So somebody's actually creating the SIP.
It does seem like it's a little almost limited right now. Like the responses are not necessarily responding to what I'm inputting. But I love the concept. I definitely think it's brilliant to have that right in there in the app, so that people can access it and leverage it and bring it. Very cool, very interesting.
So you can see in the prompt, it's actually specifying what it needs to do. So it's obviously saying provide 1 to 2 short relevant examples of valid answer types. So it's really just walking you through asking questions about the SIP itself.
Well, the limitation there is it's just walking through. It's not actually. So it gives me information, and an interactive medium would actually, if I read that information, I'm going to have more questions, and it should be able to respond to that next question. And right now it seems to follow like just a path that's already preordained, like predetermined, and it's not responding to what I'm asking it, which I think would be confusing to people that are looking to get answered, like to have a conversation about the SIP. But I do think that I love the idea. I really do. I think it's a great idea to integrate this in there. It's just it needs a little. It's V1, right? We just put this out there, and it's very, very cool.
I can think like there's 2 scenarios. It's like AI writing assistance, and then AI learning assistance. You have, and it's the same for grants. I think it's the same for grants because a lot of people don't know how to write a good grant. I mean, in fact, a lot of people come up with really bad ideas. So, then we have to, not we, but in general, there's a lot of support that need to go into helping someone to refine their idea, but there's only limited bandwidth. So if people can leverage some AI to get some ideas like back and forth between the AI, refine the idea, I think this is probably really helpful. It's almost like, AI grant assistance, but on the writing side, on the idea side, and then you have the AI reviewer, the opposite side, like helping to help the reviewers or the stewards to learn about what's been proposed and review it. Helping even like people who are not stewards to learn what's being proposed, because they are not going to write their grant. They don't need a writing grant assistant, but they might find learning what those grants about useful. So you have the Grant writing assistant, and then you have the Grant's learning assistant, I guess. But anyway, there's too much to do for you guys.
Well, and that is the problem, isn't it? That there's too much to do. That's why we need these tools. I don't remember whether it was last week or the week before we originally started talking. Well, we had Jesse on last week, so I think it was partly last week. We were talking about SIP editors and maybe the implementation of an AI SIP editor that can be designed to just handle part of that function. Welcome, Zenny. We were talking about you a little while ago. Hope you're well.
Hey, Zenny.
So, but I do think that this is, we definitely need to leverage the AI tools into this process, because it is a lot of work, and leveraging these AIs diminishes the amount of direct, even if it just summarizes what needs to be edited, and then you have a human in that loop to review what it's proposing to be edited and changed. That's a huge leap forward than someone just having to go through the whole thing, find all of those pieces, make the proposal and all of that stuff. So definitely a huge step in the right direction, and it's just a matter of time before we iterate it to be very, very functional. I love it.
Yep. Zenny, what's up?
Yeah, just joined to hang with you guys. we almost finished our SIP with 2 reviewers. It was a very nice experience.
Oh yeah, do you want to share? Shall we pull that up, piece in the GitHub?
Yeah, let me.
See, you guys are getting into GitHub. It's an essential part of the.
Here, I actually set up my own organization for DeOrganized in GitHub. I've made like 45 commits on an app I'm building. Like I'm like, oh, we don't
trust me. It's gonna be useful. You're gonna reap the reward, because all the AIs they're running, they have their own GitHub there. The AIs right now in AI BTC working group, they are submitting their own GitHub PR to certain repository by themselves, and we, the human, don't need to do it. We just need to give them the direction, like find whatever bug, and they can submit the bug PR report, whatever, and to try and fix it, and then you send the AI to fix it. It's all like automated now, so you will need a GitHub.
This is the right one, right?
Yeah.
We can do it just here on ZeroAuthority, or do I need to jump in?
This is old one, I believe.
Oh, this is the old. Oh, that's right. We got assigned a number. That's right. That's right. Hold on. Let me.
Yeah, I can drop you the link.
Is there no link to this actual SIP GitHub?
It should be in the. It should be a link in the piece inside the actual.
Yeah, I just gotta find the new. It's because he was given a number.
It's probably not synced up yet.
We haven't got automated syncing from last week. We're talking. You're still working with Jesse on that.
All right. So what I can do though, this will definitely, if I just pick this one.
Yep.
And it'll give me the link.
That's the forum, right?
Yeah, that's the forum. I send you.
Oh, and it actually does link to this, to the updated SIP. It just hasn't.
Yeah. What's the latest? Actually, update us any.
Yeah, we just need to finish just to edit some words, and that's done. Yeah, it was a long process, but I like it because a lot of smart people ask smart questions.
Yeah, I think this is the whole, as you guys can see, like without the smart people asking the right question or feeding back, the process is basically broken or stuck. You do need people's attention in feeding back. That's a pretty critical part of, not just the SIP process, but IP process, BIP process. It all functions the same. people reviewing it, taking the time to read it, and feeding back. Perhaps AI can bridge some of those, in the future too. But for the moment, it does require human feedback with lots of experience.
Yeah, I agree. That's why I think like AI cannot solve this completely, because what's the point of AI if every person edit their own SIP before it dropped to GitHub? So it's already like edited by AI, and if it will be reviewed by AI, it's just a battle of AIs. But the human participation is very important, because only humans understand deeply the things that AI could not understand. Also, SIPs usually means like something new, like innovations or upgrades, and AI is very bad in this area.
Oh, that's good. Like Jesse actually took his time to read it
and engage and ask questions. And this is a lot.
That's truly process. I like things to.
This is the challenging part, piece, is that nobody is officially like paid to go there and take their own life to read this kind of stuff. Jesse's in foundation is a little bit easier, let's say. But let's say there's no officially anybody's job to do it. And that's for me, over the past couple of years or few years, that's probably one of the biggest challenging part, to get people's attention. How do we get people's attention on something that is not their job, let's say,
Yes. How do we incentivize people to participate?
But in a meaningful way, not just like this is clearly not like just some random token minting kind of attention.
Right. How do we meaningful in a meaningful way is an important piece, because I mean we can incentivize people for commenting, but then we're just gonna get flooded with spam comments to get whatever incentive is being offered, and that would actually be harmful.
And then maybe I think I experienced that also in the Bitflow beta testing. Like it's really important for people to be fully engaged. It's not like I can just send a bounty and then people just post a picture in the Bitflow testing. So I think the nature of those type of like the stuff that you've been heavily engaged with, it's not very bounty like type of traditional bounty like tasks. So this is almost like qualitative, if you like, and the traditional bounties are a little bit more quantitative,
Yes. No, I understand. You're right. And it's an interesting nut to crack.
Yes. It's okay. We got plenty of time in the crypto future.
Yes, it does seem so. So what?
So what do you need? What do you need next, Zenny?
Well, nothing. It's just a standard for chain. Just if we'll have like more developers for encrypted NFT, for them will be easily to build the games. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, maybe like we participated in the hackathon. I remember like maybe 1 month ago you dropped the link about the Solana hackathon, but after we saw this Pump Fun hackathon, since it's chain agnostic and you can build the projects even not from crypto, we decide to participate because it's a great opportunity to show everyone what we're building here, because like there is a judge like Tim Draper, there's a lot of smart people from VC. If they just read and understand, they could accept. Maybe it's difficult for them. We don't know, but we just try, and this try is important even for Stacks ecosystem, because if they accept like the people who come to this chain to try like encrypted NFTs, how it works, how this standard could move on, could move to other chains, could be built on Solana, like it can be built on Sui, and it's something new. And it's not just a technology for technology like other things. Like, it means like we can create the games with incomplete information. People will play fair games, and this is something new. Like, and we just try because like we are nobody on Solana, but we are doing a lot of work to bring this tech for future.
Right on. I do. I love how we're expanding this process though, and it's becoming more inclusive. Even just the fact that Zenitron proposed the SIP, we're getting engagement on it. It actually is moving forward. There's been a lot of meaningful input on it. A year ago, we might not have gotten the same engagement. I would say it would be likely we would have gotten less engagement on it, even though there was a lot going on in the ecosystem a year ago. It was harder to direct people to these things. And now, with the tool, the tracker on ZeroAuthority DAO, the general, we're a little bit more set in our processes with doing the SIP call, doing these video format calls versus the spaces, providing the content in a longer space. Like, we've come a very long way in developing the SIP process over the last year. So I think we can take that as a win.
It's like telling story and logical chain, how the story starts, how it's continuous with like all development. To be honest, it's important story for geek boys, for like some hackers who love the tech. And the one thing is too hard to show this to a lot of people to see it, because most of people just don't even know about the technology. Most people just flip coins, but we'll hope we'll go there.
Yes, I agree. And we have a Trippin' Monkey in the chat says, conducting a high quality PR review is more of an art than a science. You don't want to nitpick everything, but you want to make sure you catch the real issues at the same time. And I can appreciate that might be a difficult balance, because things that need to be addressed. And sometimes it might be challenging to figure out what should be let go and what needs to be addressed. But I think just getting more engagement in the process helps us get to these points where we're having a conversation about what the PR review is versus why are we in GitHub? That was the conversation before. It's like, how are we getting people into the GitHub, and how are we getting people motivated to participate? And now we've achieved that with the forum versus GitHub combination in the process and everything. So, like Hero said, we have time, and things are definitely trending in the right direction as far as SIP development goes. I am very curious. I'm very interested specific to this encrypted NFTs. I think that there's a number of applications here beyond just how it iterated with Skullcoin. Do you see privacy, like legit privacy applications being made part of this SIP process? Is there any, as far as the encrypted?
Well, to be honest, I don't believe like that privacy is important by itself, because people are like human being. It's all about emotions. Like, people want some feelings, and it should be like the more good feelings than the bad feelings. And right now, like, the crypto is a problem that it's extraction model. So the newcomers coming for crypto and they lose money, and without any story, because the trading, it's all about just the charts and numbers. You need to tell a story, like you paying for the cinema, you buying some like good things. And when people talk about privacy, like encryption, chats, just believe me, like if CIA or any agency want to find your chats, they will do it. and like it's overhyped. The think like we are the humankind versus the government. But the thing is like I understand and I support these communities, but the thing is the people care too much about these things because they want some like reason to fight. But for a crypto, for a mass adoption, like the privacy is important thing. But you know, like for example, for myself, I'm not doing like any like bad things in chats to not show to everyone. Yeah, some private messages, like it's obviously like it's my private data. But I mean, like the privacy by itself, it's not the meta. I just trying to say it's not just narrative that we need right now, and it changed completely the crypto. Because like I just dropped like in, maybe you saw like the video like when some interviewer asking people about the price of Bitcoin on the streets. Yeah, nobody knows about the Bitcoin. And how you tell like but Bitcoin? Like, okay, it's a coin. Like we have this met in 2017 when the first time people knows about Bitcoin. A lot of people buys. Somebody just get some money profits. Somebody lost, but they think like we have to build the onboarding very slowly, very like cozy, like entertainment way. Hello, my friend, my neighbor. Let's just make this action like a entertainment show, game, something like when you feel something good, like, and you invite your friends, we're having fun, yeah, and just this is the process of onboarding.
Yes, I did see that post that you made this morning, and if I remember correctly, the analogy you gave was that people didn't need to know how TCP/IP worked in order to use the internet.
Yeah, sure.
They just needed a reason to go there and use it. And if they had to know how to use TCP/IP in order to use it, they wouldn't have used it. You know, so abstraction and leading people to experiences is actually how we succeed in the space, and we're on the same page. We've had that conversation a few times, but it's true. You know, that is where we need to go. What are the experiences we can build for people, and how do we make it so that those experiences have very little friction to drive into
Yeah, and I sent you a link. I think it's actually around the same topic, you know, privacy, and let's call it like usefulness, you know, if people user actually want it. I saw an interesting proposal by Ethereum this week. If you bring the post up, it essentially like says, I can send you whatever, but I don't have to reveal myself if I don't want to. And I think Ethereum has a proposal going up right now, or it's being merged. I don't know where, but it's a stealth addressed, enhances privacy. So, for example, as far as I understand, is that you can click on it. Probably break it. You'll probably have more explanation piece if you click on the first one. But my understanding was, for example, piece you have an address, you send it to me, or you share it to the world. Your address is public, but when I send you anything to your address, I don't have to reveal myself. So my address is protected.
Well, that would be a huge leap forward, because that would also be a way for me to.
Because when I send you my wallet, when I send you a token, my everybody can see my address.
Right.
Or everybody, you know,
and
like
then everyone
I basically
docs
in my wallet.
Right.
Yeah,
So
the idea just generates new address when you send the tokens. That's it, and nobody see your wallet. Nobody see your just the tokens on the wallet. That's the idea.
yeah, but if it's just setting a new address, but it's tied to the same location, then they can still see all of your assets.
No, it generates new, and you don't know where you are sending. It generates just a new address for sending, and you don't
But
know.
anyway, my point being, like, without going to the actual details, I feel like people in the wider crypto space are trying to find multiple different ideas that could have a product market fit, let's say. So I'm glad to see people are making these type of proposals, just like Zenny is proposing new stuff. So anyways.
Yeah, that's funny thing that people just think about the blockchain for transparency. Now they want privacy.
Yeah, that's so true. Like, before it was like, we want everything to be transparent. Let's put everybody's stuff on chain. And now realizing, oh, I don't actually want everybody to see my bank account.
I don't think the purpose of Bitcoin was to make everything transparent, but to make everything decentralized and open source and accessible and censorship resistant, global, borderless, trustless, all of that stuff, verifiable. But that it couldn't be designed with privacy originally. It had to be designed, but I do think that it's reasonable to add a privacy layer to the functionality for all sorts of reasons. But I think public entities, governments, etc., should be less private and more open. That's individuals should have privacy. Government should be transparent. That's the important distinction there, and that's what needs to be solved.
Yeah. If I may redirect attention back, because we are closing to the time. The other, I think, is a big improvement. If you go back to the SIP repo, peace, love.
Oh, that's not the one. Hold on. Let me, I'll just use my link right here in ZeroAuthority DAO.
So anyway, a big shout out to Zenny for proposing new stuff. Love seeing it. I wish more people propose more stuff like this.
You give me direction.
So, Peace, if you go to the SIP a PR request, and on the first one, you'll see a table. So what this does is basically trying to be as publicly discoverable as possible for all the SIP ideas out there, including Zenny's. So I'll tell you the differences between this PR versus without this PR. Previously, if you ask us last year, if Zenny came forward with an idea, it'd be really hard to find his idea because it's not ratified. And when you are not ratified, you don't get onto the official table, let's say. But what this does is to say, okay, doesn't matter whether you're ratified or not ratified, you will get onto the table.
Here.
Yeah. But however, those are not ratified, it will say it's in draft. It makes sense. But looking back, not all the drafts that are not ratified wouldn't have been displayed in this table. So we are moving to a new approach to say, okay, we try to be more neutral in terms of showing people all the ideas on the table, rather than just showing you the ratified proposals on the table. So that's the difference.
That's great, because it does. The things people actually need to be more involved in are the ones that are not ratified.
That's so true, Peace. That is a great way to put it. That's exactly right. You're totally right.
Surface those first. Yeah, it just makes a ton of sense. And I actually see in this development, okay,
Yeah.
I see this coming out of the creation of the tracker on ZeroAuthority now, because it forced them to look how it was being presented. I think that's why this, my read is that's why this developed like it is, because we're putting that tracker on
Could
ZeroAuthority.
be, or I mean, another possibility was I did advocate for let's take the same approach as Bitcoin, because in a Bitcoin repo, you will see them doing something similar. They actually have a bunch of bibs that are not like finalized. I think they use a different word versus ratified there. And then those are not like fully finalized there. They are still displayed. In fact, one of the wallet, I think it was BIP 39, which is still not ratified, but everybody uses. It's kind of crazy. But anyway, like, I think this is a good approach, like you said, for many different reasons. Plus, it's aligned with how Bitcoin manages their repo.
Makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah. That's the update, guys.
All right. Another fine sip show here on DeOrganized. Much love. I appreciate you guys. Any last words before we wrap up for the week? Let's call it.
Whoever doesn't have OpenClaw or something similar, I really recommend everybody get on there. You know, and
I haven't even gotten to the point of using it yet, Hero. So you know what? Last week we talked about you coming on the show on Monday and showing me how to do it. You're around Monday morning?
That specific day, I'm actually not around. I'll be around later on during the day.
No, all right. I understand. Monday is actually one of Hero's touched grass days sometimes. I forgot about that. That's fine. That's fine. Well, you know what? We'll talk earlier next week and we'll figure out a time that we can sit down.
I need to get myself set up first. There are easier way to get around what I'm getting around, but I'm trying to go for the hardest path. And then once I've been through the hardest path, I think I'll be able to teach you guys. But I think AI BTC guy also have other different, because there's so many different methods of setting things up, depending on your computer and system and various factors that affects how you set up. But I really think everybody should set up their own little AI agent, because future will be automated. Like all your marketing stuff can benefit from the setup.
I have big plans. I just need to figure out how to do it and get some time. That actually is really the issue for me. Lack of bandwidth. That's actually part of the conversation we had with Tony. And that's why there's an opportunity here for people to start building out agent apps, make a little bit of revenue. If you build a good app, a good agent app, and price model it right, other agents will use it to do things rather than trying to build a whole new app itself. So there is opportunity. It just takes getting started. Hattie, any last words from you, my man?
No, nothing. Just hope everyone has a good weekend. And
right on.
Zenny, it's nice to share the stage with you again.
Yeah, thanks. Nice.
All right, Zenny, I'm going to give you the last word. What should people do? Head over to Skullcoin BTC.
Yeah, it's not about the Skullcoin, but I just want to say, like, OpenClaw and all these things, like, and Peace said the right thing, like, about he don't know how to use it so far, and this is about like each of us. We have to understand if we really need this thing, or we just fall on the hype. Because for me, like, I don't have a lot of schedule calendar and people who sort like emails and just to answer. I can do it my personally, but if you have a lot of like corporate stuff, I understand how to use AI agent. This is the first thing. Second thing, like AI agents will be never met in financial world because you will never trust your private keys. You will never do it. And people don't even understand it so far, but they just trying to make this bubble about AI agents so big. And the last thing I just want to say to close the show, build the things for the humans, not for machines. Thank you.
I like it. I like it. Another great SIP show, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. There is more going on in the ecosystem. Get out and support your community. Have a nice weekend. Touch some grass. Take a break. We will be back on Monday. And thank you guys again for joining us today. Y'all have a blessed rest of your day. Peace out.
Sip call fades, but the repo remains. Just in the logic, truth in the change. Sip call spinning up, Friday in the frame. Screens glow softly, builders by name. Governance talk, not a corporate game. Decentralized minds, all aiming the same. Push to the SIP repo, ideas on the wire. Merge or revise, that's how we conspire. No suits, no boss, just code and desire. Consensus and rhythm, truth in the choir. Under the hood we engage and refine. Every commit, a new design. Elegant lines, sits in session, keeping time. Static on the mic, someone takes the floor. Let's break that loop, optimize more. Notes in the doc, pull requests in store.
Every post is a signal. Give it fuel. BoostX, the social value layer.
Hello, my friends, and welcome to another episode of Bitcoin Unlocked, where we explore new ways to do more and earn more with your Bitcoin. I'm Peace Love Music, and today we're diving into the brand new dual stacking feature on Stacks. Stacks is the leading Bitcoin layer 2, and proof of transfer is the mechanism that links it directly to the Bitcoin blockchain. Stacks holders can lock their STX tokens through stacking to earn native Bitcoin yield while helping secure the network. Now, with SBTC, Bitcoin bridged into the Stacks network, you can put your BTC to work inside a growing Bitcoin-centric DeFi ecosystem. And with dual stacking, it gets even better. You can now earn yield on your Bitcoin and help secure the network simply by holding your BTC in the Stacks ecosystem and enrolling in dual stacking. Let's jump in. So we're on the dual stacking page here, and this is where you start. I'm going to connect my wallet. It's a backup secondary wallet. This isn't my main account. And I do have, so I have connected my wallet. I do have a little bit of SBTC in there. I have a little bit of stacks. My stacks are stacked actually at Stacking DAO, earning SBTC yield on my STX, participating in stacking through liquid stacking. And we'll talk about that in another video. But today we're talking about this amazing new dashboard for people to use to earn yield on their SBTC while participating in stacking. So as you see right now, I'm not enrolled on this wallet yet. And my estimated APY would be 0.93% with no boost, I believe is how that works. And so I'm going to click enroll now and enroll. It's super easy. See here, it says next step. A transaction popped up on the screen. You can't see it here, but my wallet is open and I'm going to click approve. And that's just signing a transaction saying I am enrolling my wallet into dual stacking. And now my yield has gone up to 2.75%. So I'm now earning 2.75% on my Bitcoin as SBTC in my Stacks wallet. I have 0.00347 Bitcoin in this wallet. I have 100 stacks stacked. And here's a little, I can play around with this calculator here. Right now I'm at about 100 and it'll tell you my yield. My yield is 2.74% at about 98 STX. If I go up to the 135 STX, that'll bring me up to 3.2. So it'll get me a little bit more of a yield. And I can actually go over to Stacking DAO and stack those if I want to. And you have all sorts of cool things you can do here. You can mint SBTC. So if I click that, it's going to bring me to the BTC bridge. And let's say I want to deposit. I don't know if there's a limit. I might be able to. I have a little bit of. I don't have that much. Oh, I don't have a wallet connected. Let me connect my wallet. Because I know I have a little bit of Bitcoin in here. Yes, I agree. I'm going to deposit 0.001. It's about $100 worth of Bitcoin. That is my Stacks address. That is correct. Review. Correct. Confirm. Transaction initiated. I click approve. You guys can't see that. And that is it. I have successfully deposited 0.001 Bitcoin into SBTC. It's that simple. Just like that, I enrolled my wallet. I'm earning 2.75% on my Bitcoin My Bitcoin is still in my wallet. I can spend it. I can mint more Bitcoin and bring more Bitcoin into the ecosystem. Super easy. Takes just a couple minutes. Sometimes it depends on how fast the Bitcoin transactions are. So within 10 minutes, it's super fast once it gets into stacks. I can go stack my stacks. There's options with Leather and all of the stacking pools, Fast Pool, Stacking DAO, a bunch of others. And you can also engage in liquid staking at Stacking DAO or Lisa, and those stacks actually count towards your STX. Between your SBTC value and your STX stacked value is what determines your APY. Its target is up to a max of 5%. However, I've seen it as high as like 7% today because, it's new. As more SBTC gets enrolled, that top level number will come down, probably closer to 5%. But you can literally have $10,000 worth of Bitcoin and $2,000 worth of stacks in your wallet and be getting around 5% yield on your Bitcoin while you're holding it. And then you can deploy it into other DeFi applications like on Bitflow, on Zest. You can lend it out on Zest and earn yield that way. You can borrow against it on Zest and engage in other DeFi opportunities. Same thing with Granite. You can borrow against your Bitcoin there. Velar, you can borrow and trade and deploy SBTC on Velar for Bitcoin perpetual trading. There's all sorts of options that you can do with your SBTC once you bridge it into stacks. But simply by bringing it into stacks and participating in stacking on stacks, you can earn a couple of percentage points APY on Bitcoin that's just sitting there. If you have Bitcoin that's just sitting idle in your wallet, bridge it into stacks, get a little bit of stacks, stack your stacks, earn yield on your Bitcoin, and get upside potential on the stacks token price and yield on your stacks as well. It's a great opportunity here with dual stacking on stacks. And thank you all for tuning in to another episode of Bitcoin Unlocked. I am Peace Love Music with DeOrganized Media, and thank you very much for watching.
Today on Zest protocol, you can earn 5% on your BTC, right?
It gives me something to do with my Bitcoin besides just sitting on it, which is really if all you can do with Bitcoin is sit on it, it's not reaching the potential of and the network doesn't go to where it's supposed to go. You can borrow against your Bitcoin, you can lend out your Bitcoin for yield.
And there's almost 700 SBTC parked on Zest protocol today. In BTC, which is like one of the highest yields quoted, not by me, but by the guys at Bitcoin Yields, right? I would love to share a bit more about Zest protocol V2, right? And the main thing that users will see is that essentially it's much easier to borrow assets, right? And I won't bore you with the exact details, but on V2 the risk can be managed much more granularly, which means that for users, it's basically possible to borrow more assets than before, right? So basically better borrowing experience. And yeah, it's like really the kind of mascot of Stacks, right? But then when it comes to sort of like the long tail bet on Stacks, like a lot of new entrants seem to identify Leo as like something they recognize, right, from the base ecosystem, and something that they're excited about.
So if you wanted to get into a little bit of the thick of it with me, I would love to just jump on a call with you and walk you through all of it.
Stacks on the chain, we don't play the same. Digital roots, my name on the block, never fade.
Identity's money now. Say it with me. Own your name. Own your name, lock it in on chain. BNS1, we ain't play no game. From stacks to Bitcoin, let the people reign. Decentralized, so we gon' ride this train.
Yeah.
Own your name, claim your chain.
Yeah.
Digital roots never wash away.
Yeah.
It's that freedom with a brand new flame.
Yeah.
Ring written, now you own your name.
Yeah, they talk login, I talk ledger. ID on Bitcoin, that's pressure. No gatekeeper, no federal measure. When you BNS bound,
You forever.
click beans, one start claiming that spot. Your name be on the plot. Stacks underneath, yeah, the foundation's hot. On chain proof, ain't no reset button to drop. We talk gamma, we talk locker. Trust machines, yeah, we walk proper. Ecosystem tight like a code locker. Every bit I spit is a blockchain offer. You ain't just a user, you created now. Your name a passport, wear it proud. One click to mint, one click to shine. Identity mine on a Bitcoin.
On your name like it in on chain. BNS1, we ain't play no game. From stacks to Bitcoin, let the people reign. Decentralized, so we gon' ride this train.
Yeah.
On your name, claim your chain.
Yeah.
Digital roots never wash away.
Yeah.
This that freedom with a brand new flame.
Yeah.
You ain't written, now you own your name. Oh.
Yeah, zone 5, load them known worldwide. My handle ain't Twitter, it's on chain pride. No blue check fee, no corporate ride. I got truth in my wallet, I don't hide. Namespace pause, launch my own DeOrganized mic.
In the data zone,
Venus one, that's the home where builders get known.
the names get grown. Soul in the stack, ain't no fake ID.
Yeah.
This that real world proof for me. You can scan that hash, see my legacy. Every verse signed cryptographically.
I ain't just a number, nah. I'm a name that live forever on Bitcoin blog. Say my handle when you see me shine.
BNS1.
My name on the line. My name on the line. Yeah.
Own your name,
Yeah.
claim your chain. We ain't renting digital space. No way, no way. Stacks in Bitcoin, bridging the flame. DeOrganized, warrior on your name.
Bass in the bloodstream, frequency locked. Builders in motion, nobody gets blocked. ZeroAuthority, earn your rep on chain. No gatekeepers breathing. We don't wait for their say. Digital currency of status, every move is insane. ZeroAuthority. This is how we reign. On-chain signature carved in the code. Reputation in the wallet, that's how value is shown. Not a follower economy, we define the flow. They copy what we build, we stay 2 steps below. ZeroAuthority, earn your rep on-chain. Bitcoin in the rhythm, stacks feed in the flame. Proof is in the action, every block knows your name. ZeroAuthority. Watch the world get rearranged. We don't chase titles chase us instead. Verifiable credentials, living rent-free in their head. Pseudonymous legends, rising up out the dust. Reputation is the flex now, not who the system trusts. ZeroAuthority, earn your rep on chain. No permission needed, we don't bow to their frame. We let the proof talk louder, and the world knows the name. ZeroAuthority, future built in our domain. Earn your rep on chain. On chain. Chain. motion.
Bass in the bloodstream, frequency locked. Builders in motion, nobody gets blocked. Block, 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 block.
Zero authority, earn your rep on chain. No gatekeepers breathing. We don't wait for their say. Digital currency of status. Every move is insane. Zero authority. This is how we reign.
On-chain signature carved in the code. Reputation in the wallet, that's how value is shown. Not a follower economy, we define the flow. They copy what we build, we stay 2 steps below.
Zero authority, earn your rep on chain. Bitcoin in the rhythm, stacks feed in the flame. Proof is in the action, every block knows your name. Zero authority.
Watch the world get rearranged.
We don't chase titles chase us instead. Verifiable credentials, living rent-free in their head. Pseudonymous legends, rising up out the dust. Reputation is the flex now, not who the system trusts. Zero authority, earn your rep on chain. No permission needed, we don't bow to their frame. We let the proof talk louder, and the world knows the name. Zero authority, future built in our domain. Earn your rep on chain. On chain. Chain. On chain. Woo. Chain. On chain. Zero authority. Always in motion. La 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 la.
Yeah.
Boost it, boost it, boost it, boost it. Let the network rise. Boost it, boost it, boost it, boost it. Global social ties. Boost it, boost it, boost it, boost it. Amplify your flame. Boost it, turn a simple posted hack with crypto rate. Boost X make the signal fly. Broadcast through the wire. It's BTC rhythm in my blood. Amplify the fire. DeOrganized in emotion. Every drop go higher. If your voice got power in it, we gon' make it go wider. Algorithmic elevation. Every boost unlocks the gate. No permission in the system. Just encode and detonate. We don't wait for validation. We decide the market rate. Turn a whisper to a movement when the boost X levitates.
Yeah. Proof of signal in the ether, every action leaves a trace. Monetary concentration, turn the network into space. No more begging for attention, we're the ones who set the pace.
Boost X on the timeline, now you're playing in the race. Boost it, boost it, boost it, boost it. Let the network rise. Boost it, boost it, boost it, boost it. Global social ties. Boost it, boost it, boost it, boost it. Amplify your flame. Boost X, turn a simple post into a crypto wave. Every signal that we send is valued by design. Boost X in the bloodstream.
Broadcast and divine.
Bitcoin on the base layer, stacks on the surface. We build bridges, not banks. Let's make Bitcoin productive. Dual stacking, yeah, I'm dual stacking both chains active, yielding BTC, that's pure attraction, self-custody flow, no centralized action, is BTC, meant sustainable traction, different state of Bitcoin, watch it align, proof of transit in the rhythm, in the rhyme, stack your sats and your stacks at the same damn time, we making Bitcoin productive, bottom line, yeah, born from the block where the hashes don't sleep, I keep my keys cold, yeah, security deep, but my capital's chilling, I had to make it leap, so I bridged that BTC, now the yield runs steep, no custodian holding sign, assess rolling, threshold 6 glowing, the network is golden, 1-1 ratio, code's the only omen. Now my Bitcoin working while the chains stay open. Stacks in the system, synergy divine. SDX boost, watch the curve incline. Reward function clean like math in the shrine. Pox be the priest, blessings paid in time. I'm dual stacking both chains active, yielding BTC. That's pure attraction, self-custody flow. No centralized action, is BTC. Meant sustainable traction, different steps to Bitcoin. Watch it align, proof of transfer in the rhythm, in the rhyme. Stack your stats and your stacks at the same damn time. We making Bitcoin productive, bottom line, yeah. Equation in motion, M equals power, boost that multiplier, compounded by the hour, square root curve, keep the whales from the tower, every user eats decentralization's flower, SDX, BTC, ratio divine, yield boost, climbing that's design refined, retailer will get your seat in line, we stacking all sides of the capital spine, no fork, no fuss, no trust, I must, sign us verify, no man to bust, SBT flowing, that's DeFi dust, turn idle sats to an engine of trust, decentralized sign, accept, that's consensus, economic alignment, relentless, from liquidity lock to freedom, immense, we bridge Bitcoin's peace with stacks, defenses, BTC in the wallet, yield in motion, code is the law, that's proof through devotion, we ain't selling hype, we are building an ocean, liquidity deep, that's Bitcoin promotion, jacking both chains active, yielding BTC, that's pure attraction, self-custody flow, no centralized action, is BTC, meant sustainable traction, different steps to Bitcoin, watch it align, proof of transfer in the rhythm, in the rhyme, stack your sats and your stacks at the same damn time, we making Bitcoin productive, bottom line, yeah. No trust fall, no paper call, we proof it all from mainnet walls to DeFi halls. BTC yield, but the code stands tall, that stacks evolution, the protocol ball. Governance adaptive, transparent math, align the incentives, clear the path. DeFi composable, the builders lab, cause Bitcoin finally got a yield that lasts. It's the bridge between two worlds that rhyme, sound money meet smart contracts in time. We ain't changing the code, just expanding the climb. Bitcoin productive, the paradigm. Bitcoin productive, the paradigm. Yeah. Non-dual stacking, no cap, no slacking, yielding BTC, that's satisfaction. You're from proof to profit, the blocks keep stacking, Bitcoin and stacks, perfectly matching us, BTC. Stack it up, STX, stack it up, dual stacking, level up. This is Bitcoin going up, SBTC, stack it up, STX, stack it up, dual stacking, level up. This is Bitcoin growing up. Yeah, Bitcoin productive, stacks align. The next chapter is dual stacking, DeOrganized. We live on chain. Yeah. Be spaghetti, stay punk. No kings, no masters, just Bitcoin and funk. Cypherpunk code in my blood like rust. We don't need your trust, we build or bust. Wait. OG bulls and the bears in the pit. Whales in the deep with the code legit. Stacks on the chain, every block we commit. Hell in the noise, keep the system lit. Got S-points stacking like bricks on a wall. Every minute a story, every holder stands tall. Club doors open, but you earn that call. Punk in the code, that's a digital brawl. Be spaghetti, stay punk. Be spaghetti, stay punk. Build it raw, keep it loud, keep it raw. From the stack to the chain, raise your cup, don't flaunt. We don't need permission, we just function. Be spaghetti, stay punk. Bitcoin beats in the basement funk. When the market's dip, we double up. Cause truth don't die, we just punch back up. Pixel art soul with a have and heart. Every drop's a drop kick, decentralized art. Got the goats, got the gang, got the club on fire. Every trade's a badge, every holder's a wire. They said NFTs are dead, we said bet. We meant meaning, they meant that. We burn the bridge and then we build the jet. On Bitcoin time, that's the safest bet. Be spaghetti, stay punk. Be spaghetti, stay punk. Write your name in the mempool funk. From bears to bulls, we don't need love. We fork the rules and we call it love. Be spaghetti, stay crust. Freedom's messy, sauce on the floor. Cypher hands greasy, but we open the door. No gatekeepers, no overlords. We're cooking code on the kitchen boards. Spaghetti in the stack, punk in the heart. Bitcoin layer 2 where we play our part. So spin that chain, let the blocks restart. We the chaos, we the art. Be spaghetti, stay punk.
All right, so without further ado, though, I want to segue into Tony's segment because I love what Tony is working on. I think it's some amazing stuff. Let me get this off of here.
Oops.
Oh, we did the thing.
Did the thing, man. Did the thing. Happy Friday, peace. We did the thing.
It's been a while since we were co-producing like that.
Yeah,
it's been a little while. Tony, man, what's up? How you doing? You've been a rock star. You've been making this circuit.
Yes.
You've been on every. I saw you on the what do they call it? Stacks Office Hours now with Eric and Kenny. That was just yesterday. I'm gonna have to pick that up and replay it on the show sometime soon. But great having you with us. I don't have a whole lot of your background. I know you have a tech history. But we met up at the, I thought, I didn't know what the hell you were doing there, GP. Looked like you were about to hit a bong or something.
I had a little runaway string there for a second. I would set myself on fire, man. That's how the music made me feel.
All right. So I met Tony at the Stacks Hacker House. And that was a great experience, by the way. And I wasn't a direct participant. I was a satellite participant. I kind of just showed up whenever I felt like it to participate in the amazing meals because you guys had that chef that was just providing awesome food for you guys. But the vibe there was awesome, man. It was like a friend. Yeah. I loved it. I thought you guys were you guys all seemed to be very friendly. You were all helping each other out, cranking on each other's projects. So what? I'll shut up. You tell us, what was your experience like there? And that's where you came up with the idea to work on 402, right? You weren't coming there to work on that specifically?
Yeah, I mean, so I'm going to give up a little bit of background on how everyone got into the hacker house. So basically, if you wanted to be at the Stacks hacker house, you were not able to apply. You have to create a project before winning a hackathon or maybe one of the challenges they had. So basically, it wasn't like a ton of applications. Maybe you can come in. So basically, the way you get into the hacker house was by winning a hackathon. So I won one of those hackathons. I mean, not the first place, but I got into the hacker house using X402 for Stacks, the Latin America one.
You did submit an X402 project for the hack. Submitted for the hackathon. Was it one of the LATAM hackathon? Was it the LATAM?
Exactly. Yeah, for the Latin America hackathon. Yeah, for the Latin America hackathon that Angel and Jonathan were organizing, that one. So I thought I wanted to create something on the Stacks since the last year because some of my friends, like he has a protocol here in Mexico. It's called Metapool. It's kind of the biggest one DeFi protocols in Latin America. It's not on the Stacks. It's more like EVM, Solana. But basically, like he told me that, hey, there's this hackathon. I think you should join. It's pretty great. Last year, and I didn't have enough time to work on that. But I started like following Jonathan and Angel because they were doing a lot of noise here in Latin America. And this year I said like, hey, I want to build something. I don't know why. I don't know what, sorry. I want to build something on Stacks. I want to get hands-on on Stacks. I really like Bitcoin L2, so obviously Stacks is the biggest one. So I wanted to get my hands dirty building something. So I was like trying to understand what was built, what wasn't, and I saw that X402 wasn't built for Stacks. X402 has been getting a lot of traction the last 3 months. It's actually something like from almost a year ago, like 7-8 months ago, but like 2-3 months ago, it started getting like a lot of traction. X402, a lot of movement, especially on the base blockchain and a little bit on Solana. So I said like, hey, I really think this is going to be great. I think this is like core infrastructure that every blockchain needs. So I think I'm gonna work this for the hackathon. So I did it. I won the fourth place, and I got into the hacker house. And that's where I had the opportunity to go to Buenos Aires and to keep working on my project.
Nice.
Awesome, man. Awesome stuff. And so for those that don't know, can you give us just a quick explanation as to what 402 is?
Yeah, sure thing. So basically, X402 comes from the 402 status code. On the internet, we always have a status code. So for example, if you go to any website and the website responds correctly, you're gonna get a 200. Or the most obvious one is that when you go to